In a world where only the strong survive. I saw Jay at the club. I told her, you talk all that shit on Facebook, won't say it in my face, though. Man, fuck that bitch. There go your friend.
Bro, what the fuck is you doing?
What you mean what I'm doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Nigga, I'm lost.
Man, don't play dumb. I was going through my girl phone. I see she got a missed call from you.
Okay, and?
You don't call my fucking girl, bro.
Are you tripping, man? I was just calling her ass about the schedule.
Hey, hold this cane, boy. I don't give a shit what the fuck it was about. Whether it's my ex, my new flex, or my next. You don't call what's mine, nigga.
Yeah, I call whoever the fuck I want to call. You ain't nobody daddy, nigga. Tell him, baby. Whether you're dead or alive, only power decides. The first rule of real American heroes is pay your woman's bills. The second rule of real American heroes is keep your mouth shut and pay your woman's bills. Hey, I got a question. The third rule of real American heroes: make sure all your woman's needs are met. Keep your fucking mouth shut and pay your woman's bills. Any question? Yes, when is it alright for me to go through my woman's phone? Without express written consent, keep your nasty dick beaters off your woman's phone. A world where only stand-up niggas thrive. I'm out here moving and grooving, playboy. I got a big house, I drive nice cars, I got a main, 2 sides, and a drink. G.I.
Round 1. Fight! Juggernaut punch! Juggernaut punch! I'm out of meters! I'm out of meters! I'm out of meters!
By the power of Grayskull!
Round 1. Fight! KO!
Until next time, this is He-Man wishing you...
Yo, what's up? What's up? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Monday Memorial Day, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? Yeah. Yeah. I'm bike. Okay, I got 4 hours. Can you believe I got 4 hours to kill with y'all? Okay, so we're gonna go over a whole bunch of stuff. I got 4 hours to hang out with y'all. Okay, 4 hours. All right. How's everybody? Everybody good? Is everybody good? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Today is gonna be pretty much a whole bunch of movie Hollywood related stuff, because I listen, I'm not gonna talk about Ray J. I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm not gonna do Ray J. Who else? What other urban niggery stuff that's been popping? I just can't. I can't. And it's okay. You can go to other people for that type of content. I'm just not gonna. I don't care. Like, it's Ray J. Like, it's the guy that, you know, helped speed up Whitney Houston's death. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. No. So, man, where do I go? There's so much I want to talk about. Like, it's a whole bunch I want to talk about with y'all. So, Saturday, my special guest, we were supposed to do it today, but I got in kind of late, and, you know, God bless Paul, man. He was like, no, you know, because he's a Brit. He's like, no, Sly, you take care of yourself, Sly. So Saturday, me and Paul, we're set. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of UK politics. I got a lot of prep work, a lot of studying to do all this week in preparation for our interview. The last time I talked to Paul, and he had to remind me, it's been 7 years. 7 years. And we were talking about the Grenfell Towers. So better late than never. I'm excited for that talk with him. So that's Saturday. I gotta get back on my kick. Oh man, so much to do, y'all. Okay, let's get into it. Where do we go from here? What time do I want to kick off with? Let me see. What is this old lady? What is that? What is this about? Listen, I have so many links in my emails. It's not even funny. Okay. So this, all right, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about urban niggery stuff, but we're here, man. So keep your hands to yourself, man. Keep your hands to yourself. Anita Grayson, keep your hands to yourself. Let me find the actual video. I'm gonna find a whole video on Twitter. Keep your hands to yourself. Oh, hey, what I tell you about the disconnect between young and old people? There's a huge communications gap, a huge respect or lack of respect gap between old and young. I don't think y'all understand how bad it is. And when you have situations like this to remind us, where's the full video? Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the old lady that thought it was okay to put hands on people, and she got ragdolled. And I guess she basically had a heart attack. This woman is 75 years old. You're 75 years old. Sit your ass down. Matter of fact, don't come out the house. Send the grandkids out to get whatever you want. There's Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash. Sit your ass down. Why are you out here fighting and arguing with people? Okay, so this is the video. We're going to go here. I've not watched the whole thing. So let's go. Yeah, Mima got throttled. She got ragdolled. This is at Tim Hortons. So that's Mima right there. So Mima just walked in. That's her right there. We're going to watch this thing together. And listen, old black women are far and away the worst people to deal with customer service wise, followed by old black men. But old black women, by far, are the worst customers to deal with, bar none. So there's no audio, but I can tell by body language, the way she's leaning over the counter, she's trying to get somebody's attention. So I'm sure the mouth is already at 100 miles an hour. See, Mima ain't used to nobody telling her no. See, that's the problem. Nobody tells Mima no, sit down, shut up, get out of my face. See, she talking that jazz. She's talking that jazz. Like, lady, you are 75 years old. Okay, so she getting spicy. You see the jazz hands. Okay, she's talking to did they say she was a shift manager? I'm not sure. She's trying to de-escalate. So when your hands, this is one thing I learned about body language. When your hands are up, this is aggression. When your hands are down, this is de-escalation. This is like, I'm trying to calm the situation down. Hands up means we're aggravated. It could possibly be fighting posture. When the hands are down, I'm no threat. I'm trying to talk you down. Okay. So notice the hand positioning first. We're not trying to do that. See. Now here Mima talking all that spicy. Okay. So that's the worker. Now here comes the manager. So the worker, from what I understand, light-skinned, biracial, whatever she is. The white woman, the white manager is the white woman. Okay. Now you all in the manager's face. See what I'm saying? So this is Mima did it to herself. Mima is no longer breathing because get out. And of course, the co-worker, the worker going to back up her manager. If you ever worked in the fast food culture, you have each other's backs, especially when it comes to irate customers, because y'all a team. Okay, been there, done that. So of course you're going to back her manager, because her manager should back her, and vice versa. Oh. Okay, now this is the point of contention. Now everyone's like, well, she put her hand. Listen, she put the hands on the woman because you're invading personal space. You are invading personal space, ma'am. Leave. There's no business for you to conduct here. You need to leave. She's trying to create separation between her worker and this old lady. This is, ma'am, you need to leave. This is not one of those Denzel's, get your fucking hands off me. This is not a Denzel moment. You know, all the memes with Denzel, every time he got hands put on him, he's, get your fucking hands off me. This is not that. This woman is still trying to de-escalate the situation, all right? So you push off the manager. The woman that's trying to save your ass from getting ragdolled by her rough ass young co-worker. This woman's a third of your age. And you about to get these hands. Ooh, did you see how she was going to flip? Ooh, the white girl's about to get spicy. Did you see how the white girl had to hold herself back from yapping up G-Ma? She pushes her up. Ooh, listen. That woman showed a lot of restraint, holding herself back from knocking this woman the fuck out. This is old black women in a nutshell. This is old black women in a nutshell. Society is tired of y'all's bad behavior. Society is tired of y'all's bad behavior. She stops herself. And there we go. Now, for all y'all wanted to defend Corey Holcomb, oh, he only mushed her. Well, this woman got mushed here too. So I tell you what, let me mush one of y'all in the face. And let me see how you respond. Remember, 3-4 months ago, y'all was hell-bent on defending Corey Holcomb. He just mushed her. That's not a punch. That ain't nothing. It's just a mush. Well, Mima mushed the manager. Now, literally 2 seconds prior, this woman had to stop herself from cold cocking this old black heifer. Okay? Ma'am, you need to refresh your page. Okay? Refresh your page. Okay? Do not be this elderly woman about to get your ass ragdoll. She mushes the woman. All bets are off. All bets are off. Now you about to get the beats. Now you about to get beat the fuck up. Now we about to give you this heart attack. Now, I thought the young girl was gonna go after her. I didn't know this was the manager, the white girl. You know that grew up around blacks. This is you about to get your ass ragdoll. You're getting your ass ragdoll. Why, Mima, why you out here fighting people a third of your age? Now you're getting stomped out. Yeah, oh well, bet you won't do it again. Yeah. Bet you won't do it again. Ooh, she kicked. Ooh, she kicked. Did y'all see her kicker? Did y'all see her kicker? I think pulling her off. And wait, here's the kick. Here's the kick. It's coming. Yep. Yep. Kicked the ass. Yeah. What's the problem? Mima out here doing too much. You lucky the young guns, the young John ain't jump in because she wanted a piece of your ass first. Go. She said go. She told her to go. Now, when did you have the heart attack, old lady? At what point did she have the heart attack? Now you're sitting there questioning your decisions in life because nobody ever told you no. Everybody was scared of you. You know, ain't nobody cutting off my leg. Remember how everybody was scared of Big Mama because Big Mama didn't want to take her diabetes medicine, and Big Mama tell everybody, ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nobody cutting off my leg. Mama, you ain't been taking your medicine. You've been cooking all this nasty soul food every Sunday. They gotta cut off your leg. Ain't nobody cutting off my leg. Mama she don't listen to nobody. No one tells her no. Sit down, shut up. Okay? Okay. wait. It's not funny, but what we say, you play stupid games. Now here comes Ben Crump. Are you surprised? Here comes Ben Crump. Are you surprised? Ben Crump. Are you surprised, people? Are you surprised? This is why nobody wants to fuck with us like that. We so quick to play victim, right? Once again, black mammy, Mima don't know how to take accountability, and she's got to have it her way. Oh, where's the volume? Okay, come on.
This is my name, Carlton Lynch, Lynch. I currently.
Sir, Big J, yes, this is an SBE live. Yes, society is tired of black women, especially old black women. You gotta start with the old heads first, then you move your way down to the young girls, because they tired of y'all shit too, young ladies. Society getting tired of y'all shit too. You see that white boy done came back from Africa. That white boy came back from Africa like, I don't know, that's not me in the video. I don't know what happened. I love her. Okay, come on.
Pastor, the Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I'm formerly a resident community.
Tucky, what's happening? Matter of fact, let me get y'all wrenches. Hold up. My bad. Indiana. Listen, I'm still recovering from my little hacking. If you don't have wrenches, please bear with me. If you don't have wrenches, bear with me. Okay? Don't get too mad at me. I'm still recovering from my shit getting hacked. I got PTSD, y'all. I got PTSD. Bear with me. If I see a link, I get the flinching, you know what I'm saying? Every time somebody send me a link, I just be like, links, Okay, let's go.
I was called, before I do that, let me let everyone introduce themselves so you get the correct spelling. Give me your full name and spell it for me.
I am Tawanda Grayson, TAWNDA GRAYSON.
And you are the daughter of?
Anita Grayson.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Eric Baker, ERICKBAKER. I am the nephew of Anita.
Right. I have also with me
Roger Parker, RODBRICKPARKER, from Big Hearts Community Projects, advocating in the community.
Okay, let's be clear. That white manager is not going to jail. She's not going to get charged. Nothing should happen to her. I would hope Tim Hortons, the company, or the regional manager, does right by her and not take her job from her. All she did was try to come in and de-escalate a situation involving Mima and one of her workers. And she ended up getting mushed in the head. Because once again, y'all want to debate a mush versus a punch. Well, let me mush one of y'all and let's gauge your response and your reaction. Let somebody mush you in the face and come back and tell me how you took it. Did you take it as a punch or not? If somebody mushes you, are you going to be, well, he mushed me, so I'm not going to go full tilt. It's just a mush. It's not a slap or a punch.
All right, that's good right there. I was called upon by the initial call from Roger Parker, asked me to come to Fort Wayne, and he began to send a video to me that people have sent almost 9 to 10 times at the time that it was initially sent to me, not knowing that this was taking place in my hometown. And I was hurt, but one of the things that we never do is chase a family. We always wait for a family to ask for us to speak on their behalf. I want the daughter real quickly just to say that on camera because I want it to be known why we're here. I'm not here on my own.
We are here because Mima does not like to be told no. Okay? We're here because Mima has an anger problem. She has poor conflict resolution skills. She thinks she's bigger than the program, and it cost her her life. This is why there's a disconnect between the old and the young. I keep trying to tell y'all. And when situations like this happen, and you're like, what? No, this is what happens. Quit disrespecting the youth. Once again, if you ever worked in service, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, service industry, old black women are the worst to deal with.
I'm here because this family has requested someone to speak and to bring attention and awareness to this issue, to this altercation, to this crime that has taken place on this property.
No, sir, there's no crime.
So I want it to be known to the news and to all of those that write and do their stories on why Carlton Lynch is in town. And that's what you asked me to come and do.
Yes, sir. Our family called on him to come and help us because we didn't have any help. So we're just trying to get help for our mother.
Right.
No. She with Jesus now. She don't need your help. She with Jesus now, yeah? Mama don't need no help. She with Jesus now. She's probably in one of his choirs. So, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus won. Yeah. Okay, she with Jesus now. She don't need no help. All of her sins have been forgiven. You understand? She's been her youth and vitality has been restored. She's immortal now. She with the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? She with the Lamb of God, sitting at the right hand or the left hand, depending on your spiritual doctrine. She all right. She don't need y'all. She ain't thinking about y'all. She with the Heavenly Father right now. Okay.
Now here's one of the issues that I want to first bring out, in not just this situation, but in a multiplicity of issues that have taken place in Fort Wayne in just the last couple of years. You've been having police-involved shootings, and you've had all kind of different things. Police pulling young ladies out of cars and beating them and so forth. And Fort Wayne has to do better by way of making sure that we have a civil rights organization that is on the ground.
Why are y'all like this
NAACP
today?
is one of the oldest civil rights organizations in the country, and they are here. There are memberships that have been paid for in this very community, and she has not received one call from the local NAACP. And I want to rebuke that organization.
Let's skip to
you cannot
Ben Crump. Let's skip to Ben Crump.
They do that for Let's
skip to Ben Crump.
Released publicly, or is this good at this time?
I need it to be released publicly because the world is waiting for what happened to her. Yes, so yes.
And she's okay with seeing it first, but her desire is for it to be released. And I think that's definitely up to the family.
Stop thinking that respect is demanded. Respect is earned. People, we have a lot of old black people that believe that they have the right to demand their respect because of their age. No. Respect is earned. On both ways. Okay? There's a lot of old people, old black people that act like this woman here.
Family
okay?
is their
Very
mother,
entitled.
is their grandmother, is their auntie. So I don't believe that the city or any entity should hold something.
The Blind Boys of Alabama. Okay? The Blind Boys of Alabama. Do I have that song? Here we go. The Blind Boys. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. I'm looking for Ben Crump.
Did you want to add anything about what you hope
I'm looking for Ben Crump. Child, why are we here? Because
3 pennies. That's what 1 square inch of Versicolor DTF costs. But what if I told you that you can get a transfer?
The family of Anita Grayson, the 75-year-old woman who died after an altercation at a Tim Hortons restaurant in Fort Wayne, hired national civil rights attorney Ben Crump, her family. And Crump has gained attention from his involvement in cases representing families of people like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. Crump, alongside...
It's Ahmad, not Hamid. You know what? You know she ain't used to saying black names. Listen, this is a lily white girl that goes skiing every summer in Colorado. She ain't trying to be around blacks like that.
Attorney Sue Robinson will be investigating the circumstances surrounding Grayson's death. Crump also released a statement about the case saying, quote, "We have been retained to stand with Grayson's family to make sure their voice is a part of this process and to see this investigation is thorough and fair. Our focus is on supporting the family and on making sure the truth is established," end quote.
Wow. So, let's see. Has yet to rule on Grayson's cause and manner of death, but noted the preliminary findings show there were no significant contributory injuries. So the ass whooping didn't cause or didn't add to it. So the beat down that she got from the young white mud shark, and I'm assuming she's a mud shark, right? Did not add to this woman's condition, right? Allen County's prosecutor's office says it will not be making a decision on the incident until it has received and reviewed all evidence related to the investigation. I don't think nothing's going to happen to that young lady. Nothing should happen to her. Nothing should happen to her. The funeral is when? Planning the funeral. Okay. Yeah, listen, old black people, mainly you women, society is tired of y'all shit. They're tired of y'all. So it is what it is. Look at the daughter. She ain't too far from the.
I wish there was an easy way to control that stink.
Hey, your wishes
I bet the
might
daughter
command.
got just a nasty as an attitude as the
I'm here to
grandma
help
or
whack
the
the
mom.
mold, viruses,
And I'm sure the
and
grandbabies got
bacteria
nasty
building up in your
attitudes too.
disposal with my antimicrobial LED light. Bada bing.
We have an important follow-up to a story we've been covering this week about an elderly Fort Wayne woman who died after a fight at a local restaurant.
The woman's daughter posted surveillance video on social media earlier this week. Many people were outraged by what they saw. As
Why?
21 Alive senior reporter Tom Powell explains, police have now released a video and timeline of what they say happened inside.
Well, Linda and Heather, Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker says she hopes the video and information that police released from inside the Tim Hortons near Coliseum will, quote,
Don't you bring me no bad news.
alleviate the uneasiness that many felt after seeing the video online. Will that be the case? I can tell you the woman's family members are still angry tonight.
My mother was wronged in the worst way.
75-year-old Anita Grayson's daughter says her mother's death last Wednesday left her angry and frustrated with a lot of questions.
I lost the matriarch of my family.
Police say they responded to an altercation at this Tim Hortons around 8 in the morning, finding Grayson unresponsive. She was later pronounced dead.
I just called out to God, like, we need to see it. I have to see that. Please show me, because I need to at least know how, why, what.
She says an anonymous person texted this video from inside to
So once again, for those that came late, I have no problem showing you all what happened. Let's get to the actual fight itself. Once again, that's the mush. Who is this? And I got one more silver dollar. I'm sorry. Okay. So let me take it back. This is how we got here. Now, at first, the young John, you know, the young sister, right? The young Thundercat was trying to de-escalate, as you can tell by her hand posturing. So when they get face to face, you see her hands down low, not raised up for a possible strike. Okay. Even as they get closer, you see Mima's hands are up. All right, here comes the manager. You got to go. So watch. As soon as he walks, see her hand. Watch the right hand. You got to go. We're not gonna do this. You got to go. Okay. So she automatically comes in. You got to go. See the point, ma'am? You need to leave. Okay. You need to leave. And here comes Mima, right? Aggressive, possible intimidation, you know? Okay, now they get face to face. They're nose to nose. Once again, the young white manager notice her hands. They're not up, they're down. Still trying. Hey, tells her again, you need to leave. You need to leave. Listen, if you want to feel sorry for this woman, that's your right. But the rest of us, we don't care. I bet you won't do it again. Stop disrespecting people, especially these young people. These young people are not going to pull their punches on you. Do you understand? The young people are not going to pull their punches on you. Leave. Again, she tells it again to leave. And now you want to go back and argue with the young girl. You see, the manager is trying to block her off. Okay? This is what intense de-escalation looks like. Leave, leave, leave. Hands still up. Hands still up. Hands still up. Now, once again, she tries to make a beeline for the young girl. Hey, ma'am, I need you to back up. You're invading personal space. You're intimidating us. You're being aggressive. Possible use of threatening force. Ma'am, personal space. And all bets are off. She pushes her, and then the manager has to catch herself from knocking this old bat the hell out. She's ready to cold cock this woman into the next realm. She had to catch herself. She had to catch herself. Now what you want to do? I'm here now. 40-year-old virgin. Oh, you want nigga? Nigga here now. Right, remember? Okay, you want nigga? Nigga here now. Yeah? Joey, what's happening, man? Listen. Yo, tell the old whiz these young bulls ain't playing. Okay, tell the old whiz stand down. These young folk will put you in a box. Okay? And we'll twerk on your grave. Where's my ball at? Where is it? Okay, all right. So once ma'am, give us space. She pushes you off. She pulls the Denzel. Get your fucking hands off me. She pulls the Denzel. White girl had to catch herself from knocking her out to the nether realm, right? I need you to leave. And then there's the mush. There's the mush. Once again, all you Corey Holcomb sycophants, come on in here and say something about this. Once again, let me mush you, and then let's gauge your response. Well, I didn't go full tilt because he just mushed me. It's all right. So it ain't nothing, son. He just mushed me. Okay. So once you put the hands on the white girl, all bets are off. Now you about to catch these. Now I'm about to send you to the nether realm. Now you about to go be with Jesus. Now you about to go be with Jesus. I'm gonna give you what you're asking for, right? You ready to cash in that life insurance policy, right? Let's go ahead and get you up out of here, Gma, Grandma. Let's go ahead and get you up out of here. Let's go ahead and get you up out of here. I'm gonna give you what you're asking for. Wait. And then as the young bull had to pull the manager off, she gives her a good kick for measure. Where's the kick at? And she kicks her for good measure. Yeah, there's the kick. All right, that's how we got here. Once again, that is your right to feel bad for this woman, if you want to. The rest of us eating our popcorn.
Another family member. She posted it online. Others reposted, calling for arrests and protests.
For what?
You should not enter a coffee shop for a coffee and a donut and come out unalived.
How many times did the white manager tell Mima to leave? You were threatening one of her employees. Ma'am, leave.
That is diabolical.
Police are now releasing the surveillance video and a narrative of what they say happened. Police say Grayson came inside the restaurant to complain about a drive-through order. They say Grayson, quote, berated a teenage employee. They say a 20-year-old...
So you're picking on a 17... I believe they said the girl was 17 years old. So you're picking on a kid, right? Still a kid. She a big-ass kid, but she's still a kid, right? Okay.
Employee stepped in and told Grayson to leave.
Exactly.
Police say the older employee tried to block Grayson from getting to the teen.
Exactly.
But Grayson responded by forcefully shoving her backward and striking her in the face. Police say the worker, quote, moved toward Grayson, swinging her arms in an attempt to strike her. Police say Grayson scratched the employee's face, knocked off her glasses, and pulled out a chunk of her hair. In the video Grayson's daughter released, we see her get up and walk around for a while before it ends. Police say an employee gave her a cup of water, but by the time officers arrived, Grayson was unresponsive.
It could have been your mother.
No, my mother knows. No, my mother knows better. My mother will call corporate and she'll handle it that way, or she just won't ever go back there again. Okay. Society is tired of y'all's bad behavior. Black women, are you not reading the room? Are you not reading the room? You're being knocked off at some kind of crazy clip. Y'all being knocked off at crazy clips. And nobody's going to jail for y'all's demises. Not like that. Black men all day. If a black man does it, he's going. Everybody else, they're getting away. They're getting away with y'all's, y'all being 86. Read the room.
Grayson's daughter is not satisfied. She says her mom should still be alive today, and she's calling for more action.
That's the elderly lady. That's not how we treat our senior citizens. We be careful with them. We make sure that they're all right. We don't jump on them and attack them and scare them to death.
Did y'all see where she got jumped on and attacked? And did she look scared to y'all? Mima came in there with the bone crusher spirit. I ain't never scared.
Now, police say the investigation will be turned over to the Allen County Prosecutor's Office for review.
And the family shares their mom had been seeing a doctor for a chronic heart condition. In their release, police say they understand the public concern, but also say the initial video posted by Grayson's daughter caused a, quote, dangerously false narrative to spread.
There you go.
Family members called us after the FWPD released the details of their investigation. They still do not believe the police narrative and maintain their calls for protests.
What video was the daughter watching? All right, I'm over this, man. I don't feel bad. Let's see what Court TV has to say. Let's see what they have.
75-year-old Anita Grayson was going to get some coffee at Tim Hortons in Fort Wayne, Indiana. But there was a problem with her order, so she went inside. And that's when things went sideways. Anita got into an argument with employees, which escalated. Then things got physical. Everyone ended up down on the floor, and Anita ended up dead. Then rumors started circulating about what happened, and police responded by issuing a statement and releasing the security video.
FWPD homicide detectives and crime scene personnel conducted a full death investigation. Detectives interviewed witnesses, collected and reviewed surveillance video, gathered evidence, and fully documented the...
Hey, real quick, everybody. Salute to my bro, Form Runner. Please go subscribe to his Instagram channel. He always getting in trouble over there. I be trying to tell him to come over to YouTube. He just too raw for TV. That's Form. And Bo, my God. But please go sub to my guy, to his IG channel. That is the Form Runner. If you got a lot of health issues, he the only one that can fix you, because I can't. I got nothing for you. I have nothing for you. Go to Form Runner.
No one's been arrested, but some members of the community think someone should be.
No human being should go to get coffee and die on the floor from a heart attack.
Hey, see, it's a black woman thing. I don't want to be judgmental to it and indict a whole gender, but black women have an air of. They have an air of, what's the word I'm looking for? They have they're entitled. They have an air of entitlement. They just feel like everyone should just bow down and suck their ass. That life does not work like this, ladies. No. Society is getting tired of y'all's bad behavior. I'm sorry.
We'll break down the video frame by frame and answer the question, should someone be arrested? Anita Grayson was 75 years old, and she was just going for some coffee. And she goes inside Tim Hortons and does not come out alive. What happened inside? It was all caught on video, but not everyone is seeing the same thing. We're going to show you the video.
Okay, I got to see his take on this. I want to get to the part where, oh no, we already skipped it. Okay, they're already tussling. Let's see what the white man says, because I guess his word is law, right? And the only person's words that matter or viewpoint that matters is the white man. So might as well let him have the last take on it.
The distance between the two, his arm's going out a little bit, her arm going out a little bit as well, as they try to explain what's going on here. She's pointing, things are escalating. Here comes the shift leader now telling her to leave, and she approaches the shift leader now in between the two. The shift leader now puts a hands on. That's what people are seeing, that the shift leader is the first one to put hands on anyone. But then things escalate from there.
But once again, I hear, and if you took that argument, listen, hear me. I'm like, okay. For me, this is a very bad argument if you're going to take this position. Well, she didn't put hands on her. She's trying to create distance because she's being the aggressor, right? So the argument is between her worker and the old lady. The shift manager's like, hey, everybody take a step back. Everybody now, would it have been better had she done one of these, like put hands on both people and spread that way? Regardless, she's trying to create space. This is not putting hands on somebody. This is you invading personal space. You need to take a step back. Okay? Now, if you want to use this as a way to incite, to escalate the reaction, okay, but that's not going to work out well for you. Okay? So now let's go back to him. Okay.
And now you can see that it's the 20-year-old shift leader who is hand-to-hand combat at this moment with the 75-year-old, and they both go down onto the floor, and they're on the ground. And now things are separating, and she's still on the ground, but here she is, she's getting up. And this is significant, right? Like the altercation. Oh, you see the circle right there? That's a clump of the 20-year-old's hair. That is a clump of the Tim Hortons employee's hair. And now you see Anita grabbing the hair and putting it in her pocket. Why? Not sure what's going on, but obviously a very traumatic event. She goes and sits down after all that happens. She sits down, but then she's in distress and collapses to the floor. The employees bring a cup of water out. Obviously, 911's called, and she dies. Now, she has some pre-existing conditions as well, but the results, aren't in yet.
Yeah, stop tussling with young people when you got a bad ticker.
On cause and manner of death in the case. But you saw the altercation. What I saw was an argument that escalated. Anita steps in. She's pointing the finger, encroaching on the space. The 20-year-old stepping between the 75-year-old and the 17-year-old looks like she's the first one to physically touch someone else and puts her.
As a way to create distance, any good attorney would say this was not that was a defensive posture. She's trying to listen when y'all in the club and you doing too much, and the bouncer's like, hey, and he'll put his hand on you like this, like, hey man, hey, come on, chill, B. Okay, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna fire on the bouncer because he put hands on you. You're acting a fool, you wilding, you're invading people's personal space, and the bouncer's like, hey, come on, don't do that. Come on, bro. Hey, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. You're not gonna fire on the bouncer because he's trying to create distance because you wilding out, trying to calm you the fuck down. This is dumb. That's a dumb argument. Sorry.
Her hand on the shoulder, and that's when Anita then responds to all of that. Okay. Now, let's put up on the screen what the law is, okay? And give you an idea of what happened there. The general right to defense. This is when you are allowed to use some level of force to defend yourself or others in Indiana. A person is justified in using reasonable force against another person to protect the person or a third person, which in this case,
which is what the manager was doing, but come on.
Arguably is the 17-year-old from what the person reasonably believes to be the imminent use of unlawful force. Okay? So it doesn't require actual response to physical force, but a reasonable belief that there will be an imminent use of unlawful force. So the question here is, for the 20-year-old who places her hand on Anita's shoulder and begins the physical part of this back and forth, did she reasonably believe that she needed to put her hand on the shoulder to stop imminent unlawful use of force, an attack by 75-year-old Anita Grayson?
Duh.
Now, it's not a clear-cut case, right? There's some gray area here. There is some gray area as to, okay, what exactly happened in that moment? Who initiated the contact? Is it imminent? It's a judgment call that has to be made. So what I want to do here, because a part of the outrage and what's happening here is response to the Fort Wayne Police Department. So as I said, Fort Wayne released that video.
Okay, I'm over it. I bet you won't do it again, y'all. I bet you won't do it again. I'm over it. Let's go here. Entitled Black, and I don't want to turn this into a black woman thing, but
it's important to understand how the community is reacting to what happened to Anita. I want to begin by showing you something that was posted on X by WANE 15 multimedia journalist Ethan Dolan. And this is from the city council who talked about it.
No human being should go to get coffee and die on a floor from a heart attack.
I was talking to my brother and he sent me that video and I could not believe it.
These are all emotional responses. This is why if you are a very pragmatic thinker, right? You want to take things frame by frame. You want full context before, during, and after, right? We get these videos all the time. We get these snuff films all the time, and the average person gets upset. Well, you're a low-level thinker. I would consider you a knuckle dragger, somewhat of a mouth breather. If you watch that video and say, "Oh my God, wait, did you not just see what took place?" But come on.
But what blew my mind even more was when I got 2 emails, one from Fort Wayne Police Department statement about it. When I read it, my jaw just dropped.
Now, let me say this. Black men, you see these women in these political positions in their local communities? Where are the black men in these seats, in these chairs at? I don't see you black men in these chairs and these seats. No, I see you black men online bitching and complaining about Keisha. Well, Keisha's in politics. Keisha's sitting on, on a raised platform, looking down on the constituents. That's what Keisha's doing. Keisha's out here trying to get some political power. That's another discussion for another day.
It felt very much like victim blaming, and that is not okay.
Wow.
We have got to do better. We have got to do better. This is a community that we all love. We have to treat each other better. So that was completely disappointing.
Okay. So again, there's a prime example, someone from city council who sees that video much differently than police saw the video. And it's amazing, right? It's the same exact images. We're all watching the same thing, but people are seeing different things. That's why this is not an easy call.
It is an easy call. Once again, if you're in law enforcement, you're trained to see things a different way. If you're a civilian, you see it. At the end of the day, what does the law say? And I'm telling you right now, they're not going to charge this woman for what? For what? For what? I hope Tim Hortons doesn't crack. I would hope Tim Hortons fights this case and not give these people a goddamn dime of nothing. For what? You were the problem. Mima was the problem. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Super chat. My man, thank you, bro. I appreciate you as always. As you and the former have always said, yes, be good to people. You can't be too good to them because then they get mad when you don't give them attention. No, be good to people, but sometimes you be too good and you lay it on a little too thick and they be like, why are you like this? And I just be like, sorry. Shout out to my man Form Runner. He be over there raising hell on IG. Every time I go over there, man, the live, they done took the live down. I'm like, damn, bro, you over there raising holy hell on IG. Matter of fact, real quick, I want to see what the comments. Let's see what they say in the comments, y'all. Make sure you know what you're getting into when you're starting a fight. At least make sure it's worth your life. Murder charges, no. However, her, him, whatever it is, went completely overboard, jumping on the old woman like that. Did y'all not see this? Wow. Goes to show, no matter the age, chimps can't keep their hands to themselves. You think they learn? Oh no. Kid was within his rights until he overstepped. Once she weakly punches him, maybe give her a shove so she let somebody, all y'all with this, don't punch, just restrain her, just hold her while she's trying to knock your fucking block off. Y'all niggas kill me with that rhetoric. Okay, That old lady definitely is the aggressor and caused her own self-defense situation. You can see the staff trying to calm her down, and she keeps going off. Glad to see a place that won't tolerate unruly customers. Good job. Keep your hands off other people. Sounds like she'd be at home with her family right now if she could keep her hands to herself. Now look at her. Got so mad over some mediocre coffee that she never had to worry about her order being... Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Apparently, Tim Hortons is adopting the Waffle House approach to lunatics, and rightfully so. Right or wrong, it's clear that black fatigue is very real. She was too old to pull ghetto attorneys like Get in the Right. Her body finally just said, nope, we're done with this stupid shit. Oh, no. It comes down to anger management. She should have kept her tiny little fist to herself. Once she punched, she opened the FA door and FO. Oh, no, look at this. Imagine a 75-year-old chimp spitting in your face in the rudest way possible, including grabbing a chunk of hair out of your scalp. At 75 years old, you haven't learned patience or grace, nor have you attained wisdom or maturity. Lock these fools up. Hey. Old lady came in bawling, punched a young lass in the face. Oh, wow, a young lass. I've heard that term in a long time. Ripped out a chunk of her hair. The young lady defended herself. The old lady with a heart condition died thirsty. Instead of teaching kids to take beatings of mad old bents, why don't we teach mad old bents not to beat? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, her DEI force shield killed her. She thought the color of her skin was going to win the... Oh, no. She obviously have never heard of a trailer park. Okay. As a 75-year-old woman, why are you looking for issues? Yeah, man, come on, man. All right, I spent the whole hour on this dumbass shit. Okay. All right, now we're going to do some Hollywood stuff. Renzo, my man, thank you for the 10. I appreciate you. She was outside at the shop placing an order. She got mad because the order was wrong. She got beat down. Now she's a little gone. I don't know what to... Right. Paul, you know what? A bent and a lass. Hey, okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on to some Hollywood stuff, because that's what I mainly wanted to talk about real quick. Let's talk about some flops. Okay. Let's talk about some flops. I love talking about flops. This dumbass movie, listen, just because it's cool for black people does not mean it's cool for everybody else that's not black. Who would make this type of movie? So y'all not tired of being seen as criminals, harlots, drug dealers, killers, woman beaters, right? I had a bunch of black women try to check me over Is God Is, my take on it, right? And what does Hollywood give you to follow up with Is God Is? So not only you had Is God Is, that's one flop. You had, what was the other flop? It just came out. Not this one. There's another flop, another black movie flop. And then we have flop number 3, this movie here. Why in the hell? Why? And then y'all get mad at Hollywood.
It's time to get loose!
Get your camera out. Let's go live. You know the egregious theft that's been happening at my stores. The boosters take my clothes because they're low-class urban bitches.
Chrissy Smith knows we exist.
I've lost so much respect for Boots Riley. Boots Riley used to have integrity. I got those first 2 Coup albums. The Coup was the shit. I don't know what happened to this dude since then, but this is so. I'm so. No, Boots. No.
I call it Triple F. Fashion forward philanthropy.
This ain't it.
I know how to spell philanthropy.
Hey, Keke Palmer's not a star, y'all. Keke Palmer's not a star. She's an urban C-lister. Hell, okay, she's an urban B-lister. She's not a star. She's in movies like this.
Branding, though.
For that, you're a raw ass, make it happen, hustler.
Now, as we watch this trailer, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How much do you think this movie cost to make? Put your answers in the chat. How much do you think this movie cost to make as we watch this silly-ass trailer?
Give it to me. It's mine anyway.
Is that what they said?
Humanity is our canvas. But the Velvet Gang is reducing our margins. I can bob and weave.
Christy Smith stole my design.
What? If she stole your design, we gotta get it back for that.
I have a plan. Together, we empty out every single metro designer in the Bay Area.
We gotta take what's ours. We should court.
Nope, nobody's close. Nobody's close.
What are we waiting for?
They're taking everything. It's not even that yellow in here anymore.
You got Will Poulter in this. Will Poulter played what wasn't his character's name in the Guardians movie? Adam Warlock. That's Will Poulter. Will Poulter does not need to be in this movie. Why is Will Poulter in this movie?
You okay?
It's time to get loose!
You puss.
I didn't even know that was Don Cheadle. Why is Don Cheadle like, man? When the Bills, I mean, shit. Okay, I get it.
You just take like you.
We follow this plan to precision.
Their wig game is crazy.
Damn.
I'm gonna need you to trust me.
We have to make her cry.
Okay, I can't stand anymore. This movie cost $20 million to make. This horrible ensemble of audio visual media. This movie cost $20 million to make. $20 million. It came out last weekend. How much do you think this movie made in its first weekend out? This movie made... Oh, that's not it. Is this it? This is it. This movie made... This is why I say it's a flop. This movie made $3.7 million. Okay? This movie cost $20 million. That's not including the marketing and promotions. Just to make the film, this movie cost $20 million. Keke Palmer is not a star. Had a chance at one point. Had a chance. Who was the other girl that was like on Keke's level, but then she fell off when she did the gay movie? She played the gay pimp. She was a stud and she played the gay pimp. Who was that black girl? She fell the fuck off after that movie. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? So what comes out next week? Next week we have... Nope. Okay, all the big movies don't come out till June, that first weekend of June. This movie's not going to make maybe $5 million before it's done. Oh, Is God Is right now sitting at $4 million. What was its budget again? Is God Is budget $10 to $15 million, and it only brought in 4.2. No international box office. Now, for all y'all that swear up and down, that y'all black people want to see us in these in the international. No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. No, not really. If that were the case, these little indie flicks right here would have distribution in overseas. They don't want to see y'all like that. I'm sorry. They just don't. They really don't. You're not Michael. You're not Black Panther. Do you understand? They still make you put on the mask on the poster in China. What are you talking about? Show me where, these international folks want to see black people like that and front and center. Where? Who was the other girl, y'all? She was like equal to Keke Palmer. She played a stud pimp. Oh man, I don't even know who. I forgot who that was. Okay. So this is where we're at right now. Nah, it wasn't Lil Mama, y'all. It wasn't Lil Mama. It was somebody she's one of Keke's peers. Like, they legit had the same career trajectory to a certain extent. And it was almost like a Hustle and Flow type of movie where she was an aggressive stud and she was a pimp. And I'm like, this movie's going to kill this woman's career. And it surely did. I don't know what movie. I forgot the name of the movie, y'all. Matter of fact, let's see if we can find it together. Oh, shit. Damn it. Not Sky Jackson. It was, no, not Vanessa Morgan. No. It had the vibe of a Hustle and Flow. But she was a stud. And she was a pimp. It came out. Not Kyla. Not the Bailey girls. Nope. Whoever was around Keke's age at the same time. I mean, they literally had the same damn near career path. Damn near. They were like 1 and 2. 1A, 1B. You couldn't tell them apart half the time. This is going to bother me now. It's going to bother me now. Was it Keke Palmer? I don't know. Black actress. Oh, it was Keke Palmer. Okay, thank you. So it was her. All right. Yeah, okay. And I remember seeing that. I was like, this is going to kill this woman's career. This is going to kill this woman's career. Yeah, this is it. Okay, it was Keke Palmer. Okay, so she was in it. This was her movie. Yeah, this was trash. She's never recovered from this. Nobody wanted to see her do this. Yeah, nobody wanted to see her do this. Lee Daniels. Oh my God. Does anybody want to debate me that Keke Palmer is a star? Keke Palmer is a C-lister, y'all. I'm sorry. Anybody want to debate me if Keke Palmer is a star or not? Do you want to debate me on what tier she's in? Yes or no? Matter of fact, let's go look over her little discography real quick. Hey, I'm willing to take on anybody that wants to debate me on the star status of Keke Palmer. I'm here for it. Let's do filmography, yeah? Okay. Let's try to pinpoint where it all went wrong for Keke Palmer. Yeah, let's do that. She was a rising star with Akeelah and the Bee. We overlooked her in Medea's Family Reunion. We weren't tripping on her in Long Shots. Yeah, I think these movies here were not going to take her to the top, and then she had to whore herself out for Pimp, and her career has never. No, not. Don't get me wrong. She's working, but these are all forgettable. Did y'all remember she was in Lightyear? I forgot about that. So she's got the Angry Birds movie coming out, the Spaceballs movie coming out. No, this is C-list. This is C-list shit, y'all. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, okay, let's do this. I'll do even one better. Being Keke Palmer. Oh, wait, okay. How much? This is the only thing that we all understand. How much money has Keke Palmer movies made? Okay. Keke Palmer's 10 highest grossing movies. Okay. Now, mind you, Alice in 20. Did you go see this? Plays a Georgian slave who escapes only to learn that it's not the 19th century as she'd been told, but rather 1973. Okay, this is M. Night Shyamalan, The Village. We've seen this before. It's called The Village. It was written by M. Night Shyamalan. Crazy plot twist. With the help of truck driver Frank, the unnamed young woman hopes to exact bloody revenge on her captor, Paul Bennett. It's a meaty role for Palmer, and she throws herself into it entirely, doing justice for the real-life victims who inspired her character. This movie made $373,000. I will dare any one of y'all to come in here and debate me over this non-existent star status for Keke Palmer. I dare anybody that wants. I disagree. Long Shots with Ice Cube. This movie made $11.5 million. Like I said, between this and Akeelah and the Bee, she was on her way. Akeelah and the Bee made $19 million. She was on her way. Joyful Noise, I don't remember this, made $31 million. But once again, she was on her way. Medea's Family Reunion. Now, she has nothing to do with this. This is all Tyler Perry. So it's kind of unfair to put her into this like you had nothing to do with this. This was Tyler and his fan base. But nonetheless, $63 million. Ice Age Collision Course, that one made $64 million. Was that like part 3 or part 4? I forget. Barbershop 2, I remember this scene, Back in Business. She was a little kid in this movie, so she really didn't have no impact on this. But nonetheless, $65 million. And then Lightyear. This is what got Disney. This is part of the downfall of Disney. The whole gay MCU nonsense. This movie tanked pretty bad. $112.5 million. This movie was banned in all the Arab countries because they had 2 women, kissing and being gay. They don't want to see that shit. Not in a Disney film. You didn't even ask Tim Allen to come back and reprise his role as Buzz Lightyear. You brought in Chris Evans. This movie was dead on arrival. But okay, let's continue. Is that it? Hustlers. Okay, this was the J-Lo. We're playing strippers. We're drugging and robbing men. This made $105 million. Okay, so the comeback was real, right? This is during the Cardi B openly admitting she drugging men and robbing them and whatever, which I don't understand how no charges have been filed, whatever. But it's okay. There's a stripper movie about strippers drugging and robbing men. Cool. All right, girl power, girl. She was back, right? On her way back. And then another Ice Age movie. This was 2012, 161. Yeah, she's not a star. She's a working actress. She's a working actress. Okay? as most actors and actresses are in Hollywood. They're working. They're always working, always looking to close the next role. Okay, they don't get the big monies like all the women from Prada Wears Prada. All those women, those white women, $25 million a piece for Devil Wears Prada. Let me go to that real quick. How much did Meryl? Now, once again, this is Meryl Streep, but all the girls, the ladies, stood firm as a team and said, we all want 25 mil to do this movie. And them bitches got 25 mil a piece. Okay. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. 12.5. Okay. Upfront salary of 12.5 million for Devil Wears Prada 2. Streep used her negotiating leverage to ensure that her co-stars Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt received the exact same base salary of $12.5 million. In addition to the base pay, her contract includes lucrative box office bonuses tied to the movie's theatrical success. This movie's at $600 million. They hit their bonuses, right? Given the film's strong box office performance since May 2026, Streep, along with Hathaway and Blunt, could ultimately earn over $20 million each. That movie's sitting at $600 motherfucking million worldwide. Where we at? $608 million worldwide. Okay? So they all pretty much took home $20 million. Yeah? Okay? I'm not mad at them. But what you're not going to do is come in here and tell me Keke Palmer is a star. She's a working actress. She's a working actress. Okay? Do we all agree? Do we all agree? Yes. There's nothing wrong with being a working actor. Is Idris Elba not a working actor? Okay? He about to come out with the Masters of the Universe. That movie's going to flop. Low tracking numbers. It's not going to break even. It's not going to make its money back. Do you understand? Working actor. And to me, I think Idris is a movie star, but he just can't put butts in the seat. Nobody wants to see him like that. You know? Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just saying, man. That's what I'm here to talk about, man. Don't get mad at me, man. Don't get mad at me, man. Motherfucking Pimp. That was an atrocious movie. Atrocious. Okay. We got Michael at... Where we at? Where's Michael? I don't think Michael's going to hit $1 billion, y'all. I hate to say it. I think between 8 and 850 is cool. It's at 788. I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion. Now, it may be the highest grossing, U.S. grossing, highest domestic grossing biopic, but that's about it. That's about it, y'all. This is where we're at with it. Only fell 21%, made another $20 million. Right? This thing's made basically $315 million domestically. I thought the overseas box office would have been doing gangbusters. And it's not doing enough. It's not gonna be Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't see it happening. Next week. Okay, what movies come out? Let me see. June movie releases. Yeah, once Toy Story 5 hits, everybody get out the way. Moana hits July. Get out the way, man. Disney. Get out the way. Once these Disney movies drops, man, get out of here. Get the fuck out the way. Masters of the Universe, Disclosure Day, Toy Story 5, Supergirl, and Scary Movie all come out in June. So June 5th, the He-Man movie and Scary Movie 6. June 12th, Spielberg and we don't care about the side of the train. June 19th, get the fuck out the way, man. Toy Story 5 is coming. Get out the way. June 26th, Supergirl. And I know July is Moana. July is Moana. Get out of the way. Disney is coming to shut all this shit down. Everybody shut up. Disney's here. Oh my God. Moana, July 10th. Evil Dead Burn, July 10th. The Odyssey, July 17th. Spider-Man, July 31st. Come on, man. Michael ain't hitting $1 billion, man. Listen, nobody wanted this more than me, but 850 to 900 million. This is a win regardless. Look at the domestic numbers alone, you know. But it's not hitting. I said this, you know. If man, I'm disappointed in the international. I'm really disappointed. These are really low numbers, man. Bohemian Rhapsody had 600 million overseas. Let me pull that up. Bohemian Rhapsody had 600 million overseas, man. God damn, 694. Damn near $700 million. So Michael has made $100 million more domestically than Bohemian Rhapsody, but is about almost $300 million behind internationally. Look at Mike's not gonna get this. Mike is not touching this. I'm sorry. Mike's not touching this, y'all. I know. Nope. We got too many big movies coming out in the next 2 weeks, man. Too many big movies coming out. Damn. 694. Look at it. Okay, this thing was Bohemian's at 694 internationally. We sitting here at 468. We're not hitting $1 billion. We're not hitting $1 billion. Should Jafar tour? I mean, you've pretty much milked this thing for as long as you could. You know, it'll hit 800 million, between 8 and 850. It's a win nonetheless. $1 billion is like a cherry on the top. You know, this is just another stripe on your lapel. But these are awesome numbers. I'm not taking anything away. It's not no need to be sad. But I don't know, man. I thought overseas would have been way more than this. You know? Shit, man. Hopefully when they, greenlight the sequel tells a better story and goes over other parts of his life that people weren't wanting to see in the first one. You know, the bad angle, some more stuff that we couldn't see in the first one. The Dangerous era was, those albums, Bad and Dangerous. I don't think people give those albums enough credit, man. Like, Bad is just as good as Thriller, if not better. So, yeah, out of my top 3 Michael albums, is number 1 is Off the Wall, number 2 is Bad, and number 3 is Thriller. And then number 4 is Dangerous. Yeah, I put Bad over Thriller. Shit, when that black and white hit, oh my God, what? I mean, I know it wasn't like Thriller's like, listen, I remember going home by 7 o'clock to watch the Thriller video. That was a once in a lifetime moment. But when that black and white shit hit, man, shit, come on, man. Man, Bad was it, man. Motherfuckers don't give Bad enough credit, man. Bad was a great album. I put it over Thriller. Yeah, I sure would. Yeah, I put it over Thriller. Okay. Matter of fact, speaking of movies, one movie I am excited to see. I will be going to see this. Cliff Booth. One of my favorite Tarantino movies was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love the character played by Brad Pitt, Cliff Booth. Cliff Booth is a former war hero that got away with murdering his wife took her out on a fishing boat, and he came back and she didn't. Right? He played the bodyguard to Leo's character. I loved that movie. I loved it because the brotherhood. I loved it because of the brotherhood aspect of Cliff and Leo's character. And then, you know, at the end, you know, the play on the take on the Manson murders, and then, you know, he got married and had the actress from Italy. He's like, hey man, I can no longer, you know, afford to keep you around, man, because, you know, I got a wife now. He's like, it's okay. Cliff was so just goddamn chill. Nothing bothered Cliff. Nothing bothered Cliff. He beat up Bruce Lee. I was happy for that. I was like, finally somebody had the balls to show Bruce Lee getting his ass whooped. You know? So it goes to IMAX November 25th. And then it goes to Netflix on December 23rd. This is going to do good numbers, considering it's strictly IMAX. But this is going to do good. People have been wanting a Cliff Booth movie, and I hope it's good. I'm gonna go see it. I'm hyped for this. I am hyped for this. Okay. Let's talk Quinta Brunson. Let's go to the Betty Boop backlash. I call it blacklash. Let's go here, y'all. Once again, white folk are going to be white folk. Let's listen to them talk about Betty Boop. Okay? Once again, you have to do reconnaissance, y'all. Urban people, you have to do reconnaissance on these people so you can understand how they think, how they process information, and how they see things from everything. You have to do reconnaissance. You have to. It's tantamount to do reconnaissance when it comes to, you know, certain tropes being pushed and certain narratives and certain ideologies. You have to do reconnaissance. You have to. Okay, that's the first thing before we go to war with anybody. You must do reconnaissance. Yes? Okay? Yes. Let's go here. You ready? Matter of fact, let me see what Homeboy had to say too. We're gonna do some recon work real quick. We're gonna do some recon work today. Let me see what he had to say as well. If he brought it up, just it's a matter of time before they bring it up. Nope. Give it time. See, they're already mad about the black woman. Give it time when the Betty Boop thing gets more legs, because he can't help himself. But let's go ahead and get here real quick. Where'd it go? Okay, let's go here. You ready? Once again, we're doing reconnaissance. I want you to see how they think. Listen to them. Okay, let's go.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, I think a lot of time most people forget what the heck it's about.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather you say Happy Juneteenth to me than Happy Memorial Day. That's all.
You're the wrong color for that, sir.
Oh.
They can't help themselves, y'all. Do you understand how important? Now, I've heard people say the argument that black folk always insert themselves in white folk lives. No, we don't. White folk ain't worried about y'all. Yes, they are. They ain't thinking about y'all like that. Yes, they are. They cannot help themselves. What the fuck does Juneteenth have to do with what the hell y'all talking about? Everything's a joke to them when it comes to us. They cannot help themselves. Once again, we are doing reconnaissance. My man Fatal J is in the building. We're doing recon work tonight. Let's go.
Oh, well.
Unless are you clear?
You don't know what I am.
That's right. You're
Betty
Boop.
That's actually one story we haven't talked about yet. I don't know if you guys want to get into that just before we get into
We need Paulie on the show for that, for sure.
Lord, because I don't know how deep into that Andre's been in the last few days, but yeah, the Betty Boop news. Supposedly they're trying to justify this nonsense that I don't think I ever heard until the internet, and that was supposedly that Betty Boop was based on some black performer.
Yeah, I knew that.
No, it's not true, because the problem with that is the performer that they're saying that she's based on was 12 years old when Betty Boop came out.
But she got sued.
No. What you're confusing on this issue, Paul, I think, and I don't want to speak to what your understanding completely is, But the woman who it was based on was white. I think her name was Kane. Oh, I can't remember her first name. Last name was Kane.
Once again, we're here to do reconnaissance. We're not here to educate these people. We're not here to say, no, you got that wrong. We're not here to do none of that. We're just here to gather intel. That's it. That's all.
Working on it.
And she was the singer that the animator did say, yes, we did use her as one of the multiple references for this character.
Helen Kane.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
One of the multiple.
Yeah, and she said, and the reason that the people have glommed onto the idea that Betty Boop was a whitewashing of a black singer in real life is that singer that it was based on did adopt some of the stylings, the boop boopy doo, from a black singer of the era named Babyface something. I can't remember all the details.
Babyface Malone. No,
yeah, it gets so complicated that what's happened though.
No, it's really not. So the white woman saw the little black girl as she got older. By the time the little black girl got older, her act was getting kind of stale, kind of getting a little bit long in the tooth. The white girl comes around looking for a new angle to promote herself, whatever. See the black girl perform, bites the shit, and then we're off to the races. Okay, that's pretty much what happened in a nutshell. But once again, we are here to gather intel. We're not here to correct these people. Okay, this is not class. We're not in class, y'all. We have behind enemy lines with the night vision goggles and shit. We just here to gather intel. That's it.
Is you've got people that are just saying, no, this was a whitewash.
Right.
It really wasn't, because the artists and animators that did it.
Well, my understanding, is that it's based on this Helen woman, because the woman that does the voice, or did the voice until she passed away, what, 5-6 years ago it was? No, maybe a little more. Anyway, she based the voice on this woman. That's how I knew this for years, because the reason I know this is they brought her back for Who Framed Roger Rabbit to do the voice of Betty Boop. And for those who don't know, it's the same actress that's in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation who plays William Hickey's wife. The lady with the cat in the
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's Betty Boop. That is the original Betty Boop. She came back for Roger Rabbit to do the voice, and when
she was the original Betty Boop. Once again, we're just here to do reconnaissance, y'all. Baby Esther, that was her name. Baby Esther. Once again, they had this when she was a little girl. I mean, they literally had her dressed up like a flapper girl. You know what I'm saying? They sexualized this young lady, right? Let's see. Yeah, she's from Chicago. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. When Helen Kane sued Fleischer Studios, claiming that they had appropriated her persona for the voice of the cartoon character, the studios defended themselves by arguing that Kane's style of singing, including an infantile voice and uses of the phrase boop 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 doop, was not her own invention and was in fact inspired by Jones. The court ruled against Kane. Okay. Jones, child entertainer, managed by her parents. She was a trained scat singer, dancer, acrobat who performed regularly at nightclubs in Harlem. Okay. In her act, Baby Esther danced, made funny faces, rolled her eyes, and most famously interpolated wordless phrases such as boo boo boop, and wah wah wada wada, and doo 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 doo. Okay. She had a booking agent in 1924. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Toured Europe in the 30s. Esther had already been honored along with Josephine Hall as representatives of both African Americans and the United States of America. This was when she was in Europe. Okay. Her career began in the 20s when she won first prize at the Charleston Dancing Contest in Chicago at the age of 6. Okay. Russian-American theatrical manager Lou Bolton saw her performance and took her on, with her first performance purportedly being in a Chicago Review opera versus Charleston. Okay. Jones was rarely called Baby Esther while performing, most commonly going by the names Lil Esther and Little Esther. Originally, she was billed as Farina's kid sister, but was later known as the miniature Florence Mills. And Esther had started her career impersonating Florence Mills. Mills was noted for her light, bright voice and use of wordless vocalizations such as Tootie Toot. Another black woman. Huh. Okay, another black woman. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, 1928. She's booked for a movie tone through William Morris for MGM. That's under Lou Wasserman. Them Jew cats, Lou Wasserman and MGM, the same guys that gave Clarence Avant the job of keeping the niggas in line when they got out of pocket. Okay. Esther toured Europe in 1929 when her age was variously reported as 7 or 10. Okay. She played for King Alfonso and Queen Victoria Eugenie. In Sweden, King Gustav and the Queen came to the theater especially to see her. In France, Germany, and other countries, Esther also gave private performances for the nobility and high society. Right? She performed in France at the Moulin Rouge, was known as the miniature Josephine Baker. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Do we have old stuff of her? Music. I don't want to get hit with the music. Okay. So that was her. This is what they had her dressing like as a little girl. Okay. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. This is why. Don't worry. We're gonna walk this whole thing down. How we got here. Okay, that's the inspiration for Baby Esther, Florence Mills. Okay. Look at this. For permitting a 7-year-old manager and booker of a 7-year-old pleaded guilty for permitting a 7-year-old girl to appear publicly in a dance and song act without obtaining a permit. He was fined $100 in special sessions. The two pleaded guilty to the charge. Both men were arrested. This child was 7 years old. The dad was arrested, held for show for allowing Esther Jones, 7, colored, to give singing and dancing imitations of the late Florence Mills in the Everglades, a nightclub. Y'all, her father and manager yesterday were held in $500 bail by Magistrate Francis X. McQuaid for a hearing Tuesday. This baby was 7 years old. All right, let's get back to this. This is why we're here. Once again, we're here to do recon. Let's go.
Talked about it. She said that they were talking about this singer that it was based on. And she's like, so yeah, I just took that voice and I did the voice. And it's like, she just rolls into the voice like she does. And it was just like, that's how I did it. And it's just
jazz borrowing. I mean, in other words, the girl that they say.
It's just jazz borrowing. You see how they just reduce everything we do? It's just jazz borrowing. We're just borrowing jazz. Okay.
Actually borrowed some of her scat boop style from a singer named Baby Esther, I think, who is black. But the visual design was always modeled on Helen Kane, which is what Fleischer and Matwick, the original animators, said. So it's a stretch and a half. You know, there's degrees of separation between the original singer that Kane was mimicking somewhat or borrowing. You know, in jazz, I mean, borrowing is common if you know anything about jazz at all. So it's not whitewashing. So I think it's become mainstream to say everything's being whitewashed, and
they like to say, oh, they stole this from the black community, they stole this from whatever community. It's like, what about inspiration? Does inspiration never fall into this at all? Right?
Well, it's just like the Star Wars ripoff. Yeah, exactly.
No, I was just gonna say, because like, yeah, you know, they used to say like Elvis.
Once again, we're not here to correct these people. We're just here to gather intel. That's it. That's all. In and out.
Stole the music from the black community, right? Well, turn around, you go to 40 years ago, Michael Jackson was stealing the moves from the streets, literally from the kids. Do you want to go after him for that? Yeah, I'm sure.
That is the dumbest argument ever. Okay, that's a dumbass argument. And had he said he stole moves from James Brown, you might have a case, because James Brown influenced everybody, you know, after him. And then before him, you had the Cab Callaways, you had the Nicholas brothers. So there's points in history and time when it comes to black dance and performance, you can pinpoint, okay, they started this. This is the new wave. This is the new wave here and there. but white folk don't inspire nobody. In fact, they've never inspired anybody.
Or better yet, K-pop is derived.
K-pop is derived from Michael. Well, that's why I said K-pop is basically Michael Jackson is church for them. Yeah,
So manga is derived from Uncle Scrooge and Karl Barks comics.
If you want a compendium of dance moves that Michael borrowed, you watch the Little Prince clip.
Oh yeah,
with,
Fosse.
Fosse as the snake.
Okay, Bob Fosse. So now they want to. So it wasn't James Brown. Now you want to say Bob Fosse was the inspiration for Michael Jackson. You see how they do that shit? Okay, so I'll do you one. We'll go over some Bob Fosse. This is what they're referencing right here. That's what they're referencing. Okay? Don't get me wrong, Bob Fosse, you know, he did his thing. But to reduce the influences of Michael down to, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows James was pretty much everybody's dad after him. Those old audition tape. Matter of fact, okay, wait. Let me see, Michael Jackson. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. Young Michael. Oh, shit, come on, caps lock. Now, once again, I'm going to ask you guys, where is the Bob Fosse influence when Mike first comes on the scene? Okay. So this is Lil Mike, right? Once again, there's no Bob Fosse influence, not for a very, very long time. His influence was James Brown, period, point blank. Don't argue me, don't debate me. There's no Bob Fosse here. This is all James Brown. Oh, what song is he singing? Oh, that's James Brown, huh? Okay, fair enough. Come on, get the. This is all James. Here we go. Who's that? That ain't no damn Bob Fosse. Who's it? Who's he dancing like? Ain't no damn Bob Fosse. White folk will do anything to diminish us and uplift them. Hell, I'll give you credit. This is Billie Jean-esque. I'll give you that. But there's no Bob Fosse here. Matter of fact, Mike pretty much dances like this until right before that first album. Right? Okay, let's get back. Once again, we are here for reconnaissance only. We're not here to educate these people.
It's almost 100% borrowing.
Yeah, it's a lot of popping and locking.
It's quite not shocking per se, but
wait, Barbara, where you at? Thank you for this. She said, I cannot comprehend this type of understanding. We're just here to listen and learn. That's all.
If you bring up the picture that I've got here, this is the Esther.
This is the one that everybody
Jones.
keeps talking about. Yeah.
And yeah, it looks pretty good. Now, that being said, first of all, this is one of my pet peeve. Here's my pet peeve, Chris.
All right.
Is that there's a million events that happen that cause me to learn about shit that I really don't want to learn anything about. So 9/11 caused a whole bunch of white people to learn about Islam in a way that we really don't give a fuck. Like,
are you paying attention to how he's framing it? Pay attention, y'all.
I did not want to be an expert on the Quran, but suddenly, if you're commenting on it and having a debate, I got to learn it. Like, geez, and I read it, like crying out loud. I have better things to do with my time than learning Islam. And then this pops up. Really? I got to learn about Betty Boop to be able to have a cogent conversation with someone on this topic suddenly?
You know, I
touches
have that
none of our
feeling.
lives.
Yeah.
I had that feeling when I did that video on Barbie and the history of Barbie, and I feel like I'm one of the world's foremost leading experts in Barbie right now because that was the purely information condensed video.
Well, we got lucky that
and only
that
10% of everything I learned is actually in the video on the history of Barbie.
Right.
We are.
Well, that's pretty
just here
typical,
for
right? But,
reconnaissance, y'all.
At least with Barbie, there was a connection with He-Man to where you had a jumping off point. With Betty Boop, here's the thing, and I feel bad because true, there's somewhat of a Popeye connection, but we ain't done a Popeye video since the first video I edited. Go all the way back to our Popeye Jendi Tartakovsky video. So, like, yeah, that's the only in you have with this.
I have a new version of that one. I mean,
I have no idea how much you know about Betty Boop. But yeah.
Well, I mean, and also you're dealing with one of the things that I find quite humorous is that for the most part, the black community is already suffused with white DNA. Almost everybody.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Wouldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't it be the other way around that white people are infused with the DNA of black people? It's the other way around, right? But once again, observe and report. That's all we're doing.
It's just that it's a community that has decided that they'd rather identify with their, with one side of their history as opposed to the other.
The side that they never tell, that they always whitewash and suppress and hide and rewrite and lie, and that side is that what once again, we're just here to observe and report. It's very important you keep an ear on how these people, let's continue.
And here we've got a woman who I guess is allegedly black, but she looks like she has got plenty of white genes in her background. It's a non-issue except for, I guess, people who want to troll the internet.
What do you think about this for a minute, Paul? And I agree that there's room for disagreement on this. And if Paulie was on, he and I would disagree on it also. And that's fine because it's such a tertiary issue. Who cares, right? I'm not a part of Betty Boop fandom, but the character started out as a dog. She was drawn like a poodle initially when the character first appeared. So why anybody's fighting?
That's true. She was, I believe, a dog for her first appearance.
Like
yes.
a poodle. So
when you say a dog, like, are we like?
Now we're getting to it being inspired by dogs. This is where we're going. Don't worry. We're here to observe and report. My man Pedro J, thank you for the 5, brethren. I used to be on that show until the chat told them I was more entertaining and they need to make me a full-time panelist. See? Yeah, they all of them, Big J, all of them. Him, Gary from Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, all of the Yellow Flash. Fuck all of them. All fucking clowns, man. They are the prime examples of male white fragility.
This is
like how Mickey Mouse is a mouse.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, right.
Yeah, anthropomorphic. Yeah.
Anthropomorphic
Fine,
animal.
I
Yeah,
see. I
yeah.
started like wondering.
And they just dropped the
Initially,
dog ears and gave her regular ears, and I think she
That's
had a
right.
different nose or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she evolved, but it would be like Goofy becoming a person eventually.
Kind of like he did.
I wonder when these things, like what's going on at the source, Paul or anybody, when they say, okay, we're going to cast against type, they'll look similar, but like when they did, it's almost the same thing as the original Ariel from The Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? Like when they cast the black girl. Now, from what I understand, the woman here, this is the woman that's in the remake or this updated story about Betty Boop, right? The woman on screen.
No, this is Betty.
Okay, so this is how we got here. Because Quinta Brunson, her own production company, secured the rights to do the Betty Boop thing. So shout out to her, right? She's gonna play Betty Boop, and white folk are losing their minds. Okay, white folk are losing their damn minds.
Quinta Brunson is drawing up something iconic. On May 20th, Variety reports that Quinta is set to play Betty Boop in a feature film adaptation she's developing of the iconic character. And this isn't just a simple reboot. The Abbott Elementary creators production company Fifth Chance Productions has partnered with Mark Flesher, the grandson of Betty Boop creator Max Flesher, for the project.
The same Fleischer Studios that beat the case against Helen Kane because Helen said, no, I did it. And they're like, no, you didn't, because we know where you got it from. Right? See how that works? Huh.
According to the outlet, the film will trace the origin and evolution of Betty Boop through the perspective of her creator, diving into the creative pressures of building one of the world's first animated icons.
Okay, so we can safely assume they're going to show Max Fleischer get his inspiration, or then reference or mention Baby Esther at some point as the inspiration for Betty Boop. Okay, I'm okay with that.
And what happens when that character takes on a life of her own? Quinta writes in a statement to the outlet, Betty Boop is one of our nation's most beloved cartoon characters, yet somehow still remains pleasantly niche. Adding that after learning more about Betty's creation, she realized there was a much deeper story to tell.
I'm here for it. I think she's going to do good.
If you're not aware, Quinta Brunson was just cast to play Betty Boop in the upcoming movie. And some people are big mad about it. Can you guess which people are big mad about it?
Betty Boop herself was not a black cartoon character. The argument is that a lot of the voice and mannerisms associated with Betty Boop likely originated from black performers first.
People are mad because they don't want to see Betty Boop being played by somebody black. I was always under the impression that Betty Boop was light-skinned.
Today we're making Betty Boop macarons filled with dragon fruit buttercream while we have a little history lesson.
You know Betty Boop. Big eyes, short dress, the original cartoon bombshell, even before Jessica Rabbit.
Did you know that Betty Boop was based on Helen Kane, also known as the Boop Oopa Doop Girl?
Okay, so she don't know what the fuck she talking about. Damn, bitch. Okay, you don't know no better? Okay, terrible. Let's go to Variety. All right. She, once again, her company is doing this. So shout out to her. Okay? She will develop and star in the film adaptation. Let's see. Okay. Grandson of Betty Boop creator Max Fleischer. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Tracing the origins. Okay. I'm here for it. Added Mark Fleischer, when Quinta first approached me with the unique concept of a movie about the relationship of my grandfather Max and his creation, Betty Boop, I was breathtaking. Quentin so embodies Betty's love of life, intelligence, humor, sassiness, and compassion that the relationship between her and as Betty and Max burst into life at its mere mention. Okay. So, created by Max in 1930, Betty Boop appeared in more than 100 cartoons during her original run, evolving from a poodle-like nightclub singer into the fully human jazz age icon recognized around the world. Okay. Her global licensing footprint spans fashion, beauty, collectibles, and contemporary brand collaborations, positioning her among the most successful licensed classic characters in entertainment history. Okay. Max, the grandson, serves as chairman and CEO of Fleischer Studios. The company's exclusive worldwide licensing agency, Global Icons, continues to expand the Betty Boop brand across international markets. Okay. Once again, we're back to doing intel. We're just here for recon, y'all.
Boop. That's
right. Max was he animated the Superman animated hand-drawn animations. You're right. So I forgot about that.
This is the
Carol, or not Carol.
This is
we just here for reconnaissance, y'all. Observe and
the
report.
Woman that
Babyface Esther.
Pardon me?
Babyface
Esther. Yeah, that is allegedly.
Okay, for sure. Listen, I'm out June 12th. I'm out June 12th, bro. So we gonna be on the same schedule for sure. Yes, indeed.
The origin of Betty Boop that then became the cartoon character.
Okay. Well, and Helen Kane, we should show a picture of her too, if we really want to be fair, because that's the one the animator said he copied.
Well, that's the one I showed first, but yeah.
Yeah, but nevertheless, this wasn't
that's not what happened. So you see how you just lied there, right? They just told you the movie will be about the relationship between Max and the inspiration for Betty Boop, which will come from Baby Esther. Once again, we just here to observe and report. Now the Mexican guy's going to jump on real quick. I want y'all to hear him.
For the last 100 years almost, Betty Boop as a cartoon character has been a pasty white little doll, right? A little white girl. There was a conscious effort on someone's behalf to say we're going to cast against type and it's going to be a black girl. Now, from what I understand, the black girl, she's co-producer. This is something she wants to do.
Yeah, this is her property, actually.
Well, and I think, it's involved with, here's the other thing is I think that whoever owns the rights to Betty Boop, they're probably on borrowed time.
They signed off on it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm saying they're probably running, they're down to like the last few years before Betty Boop goes into the public domain.
Yes, you're right.
See, that's the other thing. So they want to beat anybody to the punch who's going to, because what's the first thing that's going to happen when Betty Boop goes into the public domain? We're going to get a fucking Betty Boop horror movie.
Yeah.
We're going to get a Betty Boop horror movie.
Yes, it's 99 years. So that's what happened with Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, all these animated characters. 99 years. Once that time limit is up, any one of us can do our own version of Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, Donald Duck, whatever the case may be. So that's why you get all these horror movies. Blood and Honey 1 and 2 was pretty good. You had the Popeye movie, the killer movie. Did y'all? Some of y'all are not aware. Me and Jay, we own this shit, but this is what they're talking about when the licensing deal ends, or the trademark, not the trademark, but it's the trademark and the licensing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There was a Popeye. This is what I'm talking about. Popeye. It was a horror flick. Popeye horror flick. Yeah, Popeye the Slayer Man. This was it on Netflix? I forget what it is on. But this is what people are doing now. They're taking all these IPs. Once 99 years hits, that's when that shit runs out, because that copyright protection runs out. And all these film guys are like, okay, now we can make our own versions of these characters we grew up with. And they're turning them into horror films. This is a pop. That, now we got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I like the second one better than the first one. But this is what they're doing now. Once these copyright protections run out, this is what they're doing now. Listen, any one of us can do this now. Any one of us. There's nothing stopping us from creating our own content using these formerly copyrighted protected characters. Any one of us can do this on our own.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon will be Christopher.
Okay, so in this universe, Christopher abandons Winnie and the animals, and they get mad. They're mad at Chris for abandoning them, and they turn murderous, and they lose their minds because of the abandonment issues, and they can murder everybody. They want revenge on Chris, right?
You should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
I really need to find out what's happening there, okay?
This place is kind of cool. Did you say it has a pool?
We need to go. There's Laura's dead. There's someone else outside. What was that?
Okay, so now you get the gist of it. That's what they're referring to. And the second one, they ended up killing Piglet. They killed Piglet, man, and yeah, the second was pretty good. But this is what they're referring to. 99 years is the max that these copyrights extend to. After that, it's public. So people have been waiting years to get their hands on some of this IP and put their own little twist to it. So once again, there's nothing stopping none of us. Any one of us can do this exact same shit these folks are doing with these same characters here. We can put our own twist on this shit, okay? Let's get back to the intel. Let's get back to the intel.
And we're gonna get a black Betty Boop, a Hispanic Betty Boop,
Winnie the Pooh kills
Winnie the
Betty
Boop.
And you're probably already getting. There's probably already been plenty of Tijuana Bibles featuring Betty Boop. I'm certain of it.
Now, in this particular case, this is a very talented. I'm trying to remember her name. She's so talented. I
forget her name too. But
she's doing the movie.
Yeah, she's the one who's also producing it.
Yes.
This is a
passion
new
project.
superpower in Hollywood. She's got the show, the sitcom,
Abbott
about the
Elementary.
school, the black school, Elementary.
Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary.
I was
So
gonna say, you
she's-
used to talk about it all the time, I thought.
Yeah, the first season was absolutely brilliant, and she's funny. This is an extremely talented person. It's one of the reasons why, apart from the fact that I don't care about Betty Boop.
Yeah.
This is this is in better hands than Mandalorian in the hands of
Filoni.
Not Filoni, even the guy who directed it. Favreau. This is in better hands in my estimation.
Hold on, y'all. We're waiting for the Latino guy to come on. Latino slant. I don't care for him either. I'll get to why I have issues with him. But once he jumps on, things kind of get a little contentious.
Mandalorian in the hands of Favreau, who we all love, right? Apparently, in theory.
Yeah.
Understanding of why there's so much confusion. Okay, so like she was actually an adult when Betty Boop was made, but she was a child actress who had kind of, or performer, I should say, not actress.
Yeah.
Who had kind of faded away as she got older. So here's my problem and issue with them trying to claim that Betty Boop, and this is why there's a confusion, because as somebody just pointed out earlier, I can't remember if it was Paul or Chris was going to point out, they did get sued.
Yep.
And what happened was they tried to claim, oh, no, it's not based on you, it's based on this other person. Here's the problem with that, is she was famous when she was a child. Betty Boop is a flapper. Okay, in fact, that was her original name. Like, for anybody who knows, she's very set in a time period. Tell me the last time you've seen a Betty Boop anything.
Yeah.
You haven't, because there hasn't ever been one.
We don't care about all that, what you're talking about. Once again, we're just here to observe and report, not here to educate these mofos.
She's never done anything outside of the shorts, really, and little appearances like Roger Rabbit, because she's kind of like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, there you go. I was just thinking
women just love her she's a great little icon, but they don't stop to really think about what she fucking represents. And if you want to turn around and argue that she was based on somebody who was a child performer, then we're going to get into a whole nother level of shit, because let's be real here. Betty Boop was one of the most racy, I didn't say racist, racy. There is some racist cartoons of hers too. That's the other problem we could get into here. There's some very racy segments in the original Betty Boop. In fact, she's
yeah. She flashed. There's plenty of Betty Boop cartoons where she has no panties and she will flash the audience. Tell us something we don't know, sir. Tell us something we don't know. Once again, we're just here to observe and report. We're not here to educate these people.
It's the audience a couple times supposedly in history too. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
Yeah,
her dress
we know.
falls down a lot.
Yeah, we know.
There's a lot of quick little moments. She's very sexually
Let's see if
open.
that's in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. People forget about what era she comes from and what she represents. That's
If you want to bring Betty Boop into the modern world for a modern audience, she needs to be an OF girl. As in
Right,
OnlyFans.
or just have Macaulay Culkin say nothing happened between them.
Actually, now that I think about it, this is actually probably more true, because you just have her saying WAP.
And this is the other thing that
You see how they just how to twist and just reduce and minimize anything that they don't like if it doesn't pertain to them or if it offends them. You see how they just overreact to everything.
I don't think it's particularly relevant, but it is true to the era, is that vaudeville, everyone stole from everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think of the comedy acts, which is the thing that I'm most interested in. Oh my gosh. The variations on Who's on First that other comedy duos came up with on their own, but were basically copies of the original. I mean, there were hundreds. So it's part of the era.
Yeah.
Okay, before Latino Slant gets to running his mouth, I remember watching Betty Boop video cartoons, and I never thought of her as a white woman. I always thought she was a white passing black woman, Creole, whatever you want to call her, right? Like, I used to watch this shit like, this ain't no... White women were not, you know what I'm saying? I get the whole flat break when they had the finger waves and shit, but I used to watch these cartoons. I'm like, this is not a white woman. I'm thinking she's a white passing Creole. Or she's biracial, she's mixed. I never felt that she was a white woman watching this shit, right? I could be wrong. Maybe some of y'all thought she was a white woman. I was like, there ain't no white woman built like this. Even as a kid, I understood. Ain't no white women were not built like this.
Stop that.
Now be a good boy and go to sleep.
I can't speak for anybody else but myself. I used to watch this like it wasn't a big deal to me, but I'm like, that's not a white woman. She got to be something else. She mixed with something. It's the whole Babe Ruth argument. Babe Ruth had nigger lips, right? People swore he was black or Melungeon, right? He's got something in him. He's not a purebred white. You thought of her as a white woman? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, wasn't no white woman built like Betty Boop. Yeah, I mean, she was. No, now I get what they're saying with the flapper era, right? White women with finger waves. Flapper era. The whole Dick Tracy, era. Like, I get it. But when I used to watch Betty Boop, I didn't think this was a white woman. I never thought that. I didn't get that because I didn't see white women acting like that per se. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get back to the observing report. Now we got Paulie Latino slant. Now I can't fuck with dude because now it's nothing personal against this dude. Like, he's a hardcore Mexican, Latino, whatever the fuck I don't know what he was, he Latino or Mexican, whatever he claims. Like, you know, he's all about La Raza, and you know, that's his niche about all Mexican actors and actresses in Hollywood. Cool, that's a cool little niche you got. Cool. I don't know. Me and him probably would not get along because it would eventually turn into you know, I guess who's better, or whatever the case may be. But when somebody's right, I give them credit. And so let's listen to his take on the Betty Boop thing.
Morning, Paulie.
I think at the end of the day. Oh, Paulie, there he is. At the end of the day, here's what in a nutshell. Helen Kane,
he's Mexican. Okay.
Who the character was based on.
No, it wasn't.
Esther. Yes, it was.
Wasn't based on the character. Are you the one that brought this up this morning? I'm really curious.
No, Babyface
I did.
Esther. No, I didn't.
We've been through this already.
I've even said you need to be on here, so give me a minute.
Well, I'm here.
Let me finish my thought.
Well, you've had like 20 minutes to finish your thought.
Who the animator based it on.
I only have a few couple of minutes.
Let me just say my statement.
Yep.
Helen Kane saw Esther perform in 1928. She probably borrowed the baby style from hits like I Want to Be Loved by You. When she later sued Fleischer, she was claiming Betty Boop stole her act. But she, in fact, borrowed from Baby Esther's act. So an argument can definitely be made that it originates all the way back to Babyface Esther. Or I don't remember her full name, but I
Baby Esther and Florence Mills. You must interject Florence Mills into the conversation because she is the progenitor of all of this. If Baby Esther does not see Florence Mills and imitates her performances, we don't have Helen Kane imitating Baby Esther's performance, and we don't have Max Fleischer seeing Helen Kane and backdooring her to not give her credit, right? So once again, another case of black folk being the sauce, being the wave, being the inventors of every goddamn thing. That's cool, okay? Once again, you cannot say Baby Esther without mentioning Florence Mills. Let's continue.
know that was her stage name, Babyface Esther. But at the end of the day, when the animator did say, we based it on Helen Kane, he wasn't trying to avoid saying, well, we didn't want to say we based it on a black girl. Of course not. It wasn't a racist thing. He was just saying, this is who we based it on, Helen Kane. And of course, Helen Kane, as I show in the picture right there, she was out there promoting herself as Betty Boop, but eventually, things went sideways. So go ahead, Paulie. I know you've got some comments you want to share, but no, I didn't bring this up. Paul did.
No, I don't think it was me, but whatever.
No, Dom took credit already.
I did.
Oh, oops. Sorry. Okay. Well, see, I don't even know.
It was the other bald white dude.
Yeah, the other one. Paulie, are you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you had to take as well.
Yeah. No, listen, the reason why I'm coming in hot with Chris, because Chris was all over me last week because I dared to call this I actually said this was part of how Hollywood white swaps, whitewashes characters, and it does, and it's proven all the time. So that was it, and you came after me and like, all right, well, that's cool. I mean, it is my article. I mean, you can write your own article, and I base it off of off of sources. So
I even liked your article. I think I even retweeted it.
And
I
in my
think all
article,
was
I
saying-
even
all I was saying
even
was
said
this wasn't a whitewash in the same model of like what you were doing with Zorro. That was my take.
it's in the headline that I wrote it.
We're only here to observe and report. That's it. This exchange is almost done, and we're gonna move on to the next subject.
Comparisons where they are comparable and where they're not. I even said that. I even said where it's layered and where it's nuanced.
I'm gonna retweet myself, and it's in that thread, and anybody watching
Right.
can go look at it and eat up and give you some more traffic, sir.
Oh no! Listen, I just said I used 3 examples: Zorro, Betty Boop, and Zapata. That's it. And each one was different. Andre knows the Zorro shit, right? And this thing with Betty Boop is that, and Tom's right. This goes back to the jazz age, and at the end of the day, it all goes back to a black art form. That's it. Jazz was black.
Now, as much as I'm not a fan of Latino slant. He's right. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Almost done.
It's no big deal. It is what it was. Fleischer, and all of them. They all went to the jazz club to see Cab Calloway, Minnie the Moocher, Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, the creators of modern time. It was beautiful, and it's shared. And I even said that. Right? Is that it's a great thing when culture and music is shared, and you get to pick and choose, like you said, people using shit. But at the end of the day, this was a real person. I'm curious to see if Quinta uses that and gets a little. Is she going to get meta, like where it's like Fleischer creates the character and the character comes to life? Be very interesting.
She's
to
talented. I mean, and as Paul said, it's probably going to be very good because she's already got a funny series. The woman knows what she's doing.
Yeah, let's hope for the best here. It'll be interesting.
And all I said was it's going to be,
with.
and it's definitely going to be better than Velma. That was my take on the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, look, man. Listen, I respect you, but you like you said, you came after, which I try to never do with my co-host on Midnight Stage. You threw it out there on our little Twitter world that it's not a whitewash. That's like, yo, read the article. Does anyone read anymore? That it's
do you think I didn't read your article?
Well, Chris did.
Well, if you read the article, you know that I
didn't.
I didn't say. I said in the world of Hollywood, what has Hollywood always done, particularly in those decades, is they whitewashed every origin. It's not a controversial. This is what it was.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is disagreeing with that historically.
Okay.
And if you read the article and disagree, that's cool too.
I don't think Elvis Presley stole anything from the black community.
Elvis Presley.
Lord Jesus. They can't help themselves. Do you understand? They can't listen. I'm an Elvis fan. Okay? Elvis was the first rock star. Y'all know I rock with Elvis, right? I'm a fan, but they can't help themselves. Let's go.
It's a whitewash.
Yeah.
I love Paulie. Paulie, I appreciate your stance. And to be fair, if you go back and watch the replay, I think I said 2 or 3 times, Paulie should be here because he has a take different from mine. I did say that. I respect you, pal.
I'm just juggling with Romy getting back.
He did say that. Yeah.
And we're gonna do some Memorial Day stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't even on here.
What are you doing today, Paulie?
Okay. That's it for this. We're only here to observe and report. There are many wars being fought on many different fronts. All I'm trying to do is just make you guys aware of what's being said in different spaces and different niches. That's it. That's all. Make of it what you will. Okay. That's all. That's all I'm here to do. Me, Jay, Eric. That's all we do is just listen. This is what they're saying over here. Just so you guys are aware. All right. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Let's go Pedro Pascal. Now, this is something I did not know about Pedro Pascal, about his family per se. His daddy stole embryos. Am I the only person that did not know this about his dad? Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. And don't worry, when Neurotic covers the Betty Boop thing, which he will, we'll do observe and report on his ass too. Pedro Pascal's daddy. This motherfucker stole embryos, y'all. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. This man stole whole embryos. I don't think you understand. What's his name? Okay, here we go. You ready? I did not know this until, 24 hours ago. Pedro Pascal's father, Dr. Jose Balmaceda, was a central figure in a major fertility scandal at UIC, Irvine. He and 2 partners were accused of stealing human eggs and embryos from patients and implanting them into other women without their knowledge. Child, what the fuck? Are you kidding me right now? I did not know. Sorry. Forgive me. Okay? I did not know. The accusations, Balmaceda and his partners at the Center for Reproductive Health were accused of swapping frozen embryos as well as committing tax fraud and mail fraud. The scandal led to at least 15 children being born to the wrong biological parents, over $27 million in settlements, and the closure of the clinic. In 1995, just as the investigation intensified, Balmaceda fled to his native Chile to avoid federal indictment. He remained a fugitive for approximately 15 years. Now, all of a sudden, you see Pedro bringing his daddy with him on the red carpet. Now, all of a sudden, you see his daddy on the red carpet with him. Now, I know y'all be like, well, that's his daddy. Man, I don't give a... It's in you. I'm sorry. That's a nasty bloodline. You stole embryos from women and then put those stolen embryos into other... You know how many kids you've messed up? You know how many generational curses you've created? That's Let me find this shit. Let's go here. You ready? Let's go. Let the white man tell us. Come on, white man, tell us.
Pascal, the Hollywood star of The Mandalorian, is linked to the world's most scandalous IVF embryo and egg theft story. That's because his father is Dr. Jose Balmaceda, who, along with Dr. Ricardo Ash, are the infamous doctors of the 1995 University of California at Irvine fertility IVF scandal, where they took eggs and embryos from at least 60 women, implanted them in other people, creating pregnancies, at least 15, without ever telling them. Ash, Pedro Pascal's dad, had fled the country to their homelands of Argentina and Chile. Balmaceda, Pascal's dad, well, there was no extradition agreement between the US and Chile, and he was there for over 20 years. Why weren't they arrested for stealing embryos and creating babies? That's because in 1995, eggs and embryos were so brand new that there were no laws about property or theft or putting them in the wrong people. This just didn't exist. The University of California ended up paying over $27 million in civil lawsuits. It was then reported up to 10 years later that at least 20 of the couples who had gotten the wrong embryo were never even told about it by the university. So what happened with Pedro Pascal? His mother tragically died at her own hand. But this was right at the time when the scandal broke of his father's embryo theft. When Pascal became a famous actor in 2022, his father negotiated a plea deal with the United States. He pled guilty to only not paying tax on some of the money in 2022, was released on a bond, and never went to jail for this. There was no law that could come after him for the eggs and embryos. But Pedro Pascal, who initially was using the name Pedro Balmaceda, right at the time of the scandal, suddenly became Pedro Pascal. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Pedro.
Yeah, mama offed herself. Yeah. Ciao.
All like patiently waiting on my story, and I really appreciate you guys for being.
What you talking about? Okay. Yeah, y'all. I did not know this. This is disgusting. Now, once again, you have a right to say, "Well, Sly, that's his daddy. He ain't got nothing to do." I hear you, but bloodlines, man. I can't. Now you see why Pedro is you know, bubblicious is the way he is all of a sudden the last few years. He's been hella extra spicy. He got a boyfriend now. Okay, so where's his little boyfriend at? Pedro Pascal boyfriend. He done came out the closet, right? He done came out the closet. That's him and his little boyfriend. There they go. See, that's him and his little boyfriend. Hey man, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? All good. Whatever. Okay, that's it. Him. Clearly he's the bottom. I'm going off body language. He's the bottom. I could be wrong, but I think he's the bottom. Yeah. Pedro's the bottom. Once again, God bless him. But yeah, man, you're gonna see bloodline shit ain't it? It's nasty work, man. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, man. Hey, man. Hey. In the eyes, Chico. It's always in the eyes. Hey, man, you got it, man. God damn it. Let's keep on with some more Hollywood stuff. Hey, yo. Let's go here. This was pretty crazy. This was pretty crazy. Let's go here. OG Bobby Johnson, y'all. OG Bobby Johnson. Let's go.
Do you think typecasts like that in roles reinforce stereotypes?
Yeah, man. I mean, okay, take for instance that movie you love so much, Colors, right? I was high top in that movie. When we did that movie, Crips and Bloods were normal in LA. After we did that movie, Crips and Bloods were all over the United States. New York, St. Louis, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Remember he made that song. That's something about touchdown in Missouri. Niggas selling crack with it.
Yeah.
You know, I forget how it goes, but yeah, Ice Cube made that song back in the day about, you know, bust a U-bone and let's turn these N-words out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so yeah. So after we made that movie, Crips and Bloods were all over the place, man. So do they perpetuate the stereotype? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. You know what I mean? And I look back and I know that was a great movie and I know people loved it and I know people love calling me high top, but if I knew then what I know now, I never would have taken that part.
Really?
Never would have been the guy perpetuating gang life or glorifying gang life on TV like they did in that movie. It was.
So you think life imitated the art?
Time out.
Hold on. Hey, no, don't leave. My wife in here cosplaying track star. Get your ass up out of here. All right, let's go.
Fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Yes,
You're
life
good.
imitated the art.
Yeah.
I was high top, man. I go all over the United States, bro, and they still call me high top. One of the reasons why I made South Central. Colors made a life for gangs all over the United States, outside of Los Angeles. South Central kind of put a cap on it, saying, you know, let's leave all that shit over here. Black men, go get your kids out of those gangs, bring them back into the folds of the family and teach them how to do something other than, you know, and now it's like drill rap and they got clips that got 40 bullets in them and 100 bullets, you know, and these kids got automatic pistols and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, whatever.
Right. Do you think if South Central were made today that it would be censored, watered down, or even allowed at this point?
I don't think it speaks to the youth well enough to be put out today to have an effect on anything. I got another one though, South Central 2. Remember I said that I'm trying to get produced in you know, so the bottom line is if we're talking about stereotypes and we're talking about roles and we're talking about television or movies, things like that, you know, it's like I did a movie called South Central and then it seemed like after I did that movie, all I could land were homeless guy with the dog, homeless guy that lived underground, homeless guy that lived underground that had the dog.
Oh, he was right. He was who did he play with the homeless guy with the dog? What movie was that? Was it Transformers? No, it was Armageddon. So he had a quick brief role in Speed, right? With Keanu and Sandra Bullock. They took his car, he's driving a Jaguar or something. And I remember him playing a homeless guy in Armageddon. Okay, let's go.
The Jamaican homeless, you know what I mean? Like, so
on the other side of that coin, Glenn, you're known for your street realism, your intensity, your authority in roles.
Because if you give me 6 months to put together a character, I'll turn in a young baseball player trying to get to the pros in a movie called Pastime. If you give me time, I can turn in the dancer that danced in Showgirls.
I remember that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If you give me time. But if you give me an audition and tell me I have to be at work the day after tomorrow, you know what I mean? That's what you're going to get because I can't build anything in a day. I can only bring you me. And if you like me, then you get me.
Wow. So he basically regrets that role. Wait, what is this? Cornelius Jerome Dacia sued the LSN Board of Nursing rather than the hospital. The dispute stemmed from LSBN's denial of his registered. Sir, are you saying what I think you're saying? Wait. I'm a little. Wait, sir. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Are you saying that? Wait, is that that's his dad, right? His dad's a nurse. Hold up. Walk this down for me. What exactly is O'Shea's medical degree in? What practice? What practice? I don't know. So now I guess this is the petty hour. So this is I got 2 more hours with y'all. Okay, this is the petty hour. So can anyone refresh our memories? What is O'Shea's medical degree in? Specifically, which practice, which discipline? Hey, I didn't start this. This is all Anthony Nelson's fault. Sir, do you have a link or a case number or something I could look up and read for myself, please and thank you? Because I like to read. I like to, I'm into reading stuff. Oh no. In the meantime, let's keep it going. Oh, let's go here. Oh wait, yeah. Let's do this. Okay, all my comic book geek bros. Listen. The war is never ending, y'all. The war is never ending. Let's go here. The war is never ending.
Yeah, still charging.
Anybody go to Comic Palooza? I gotta go to one of these things, man. Jay, man, listen. If there's like a Comic Palooza thing down in Texas sometime in the next 6 months to a year, man, let me know because I want to come down there and hang out. And because I ain't never been to one of these comic book expos, so now they're starting to kind of be popular. I kind of want to go to one of these things, man. He says he's a salesman. So she's telling him
So I experienced passive racism, passive aggression at a Comic Con known as Comic Palooza. So she was mad that I was diverting traffic away from other people's booths, away from other vendors. I was just saying hello, hi, and commenting on people's cosplays. And if they looked at my booth a little too long, I would say, hey, do you like comic books? Like, that's really all I was doing. And for some reason, that made her mad. But she was mad that I was diverting the traffic from other vendors. And she wanted me to sit my black ass down in a chair and just wait for people to come up to my booth. That's what she was mad about. I do want to emphasize, she did apologize at the end of the day when she found out that what she was doing was wrong. But she is racist. I'm just going to be 100% real. She is a racist and she just doesn't exactly understand it. And I did not let that stop me. Not only that, I'm literally like right across from a white supremacist nerd booth. This right here is a dog whistle. This is like subliminal code for white supremacists, for Nazis and things like that. If you know, you know. My buddy Kevin Garcia actually pointed this out to me. And it's actually really sad that white supremacists are, they're everywhere. And they were literally watching the animation and I had the sound blaring. What kind of are you, if you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely diabolical. But yes, guys, I am a writer and a creative director of a series known as The Black Fist. It takes place in the 1960s. I am using the TikTok shop to boost this video, and it does help with advertisement because this is real. I like showing real stuff, and this is just what I do. Like, The Black Fist is my passion project, and you know what? Why not get a copy?
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, let's do this. Let's hit this young brother up. Is this a message? No, that's not share. Where's the message? How do I message him? Let's do this. Message. Can I message him? Okay. Hey man. Just seen your passive aggressive vid. Come on, God, I can't spell all of a sudden. 2 G's, right? 2 G's. 2 motherfucking G's. Aggressive. God, I can't spell aggressive. 2 S's. Aggressive vid. Would love to have you on my can't say panel. It's not a panel. Not a live interview. I'd love to have you on my channel for a one-on-one to discuss the hurdles that Black comic creators such as yourself are facing, and to help put a spotlight on your works. My channel name is That Little Guy. That Little Guy. Thank you for your Hey, how did they say not Mrs. Farrakhan. Who was before Farrakhan? Wallace Fard. I would love to have you. Thank you for your consideration. We all brothers must come together to take on the evil white man, and we will take back what was stolen from us. Ain't that how ain't that how Elijah Muhammad was talking in Malcolm X? You know, young brother, we must come together. We make a fist. We are stronger than if we are apart as fingers. Ain't that how that nigga was talking? Yo, Jay, hey, man, yeah, let me know when the next Comic-Con y'all having down there, man. Shit, I'm trying to catch Eric July next year when he does this. If he does it another one, I'm gonna try and catch him down there too. So I really want to kind of like dip my toe and kind of immerse myself into the Comic-Cons now, because I feel like I'm an ally in all this. Like, we all fighting the same fight, just on different fronts. And if I could, do my little part, I'm with it. I'm with it. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ill Magic, thank you for the 5, brethren. Where would you rank Pedro for this generation's best actors? Sir. I mean, he's a good actor. I ain't gonna front. He's a good actor. Like him playing Joel in the one series on HBO before he got killed off. He did it. He's pretty good in that. Like Pedro has always been a good actor. what not so good with Fantastic Four. I mean, given the limited material and range of the character, but Pedro is a decent actor. Is he like a Daniel Day-Lewis? No. Generation, I'll put him top 15, top 20. Top 15, top 20. Oh, no. Let that boy do another comic. Oh, for real? Oh, damn. Ah, is that bad? Shit. Damn it. Is that bad? See, I miss all the fun stuff, man. Man, thank you again, bro, for the 5. Do you think Hugh Jackman would have been a better Joel in Last of Us? No. Hey, no. Pedro killed it as Joel. You see how those numbers dropped off after his character died. Everybody checked out after his character died. It's like, well, Pedro's not in. I don't want to watch it. Yeah, no. Pedro, that was definitely for Pedro. Like, he killed that role. Oh, for sure. Yes, brothers and sisters, we must come together to squash the white supremacy and take back our rightful place as amongst the gods, the stars, and the earths, my good people. Motherfucking Elijah Muhammad. Motherfucking Elijah Muhammad. wait, let me see if I can find it. That was a Malcolm, right? Malcolm movie. Oh my goodness, I got too much time on my hands. When we found you, young brother, behind the white man's prison, we brought you up, we raised you, young brother, we cleansed you, we fed you, brother, we gave you knowledge, young brother, knowledge of self, young brother, and we poured into you, brother, to uplift you, brother. Wait, oh, here we go.
Brother Malcolm.
Oh shit. If it's one thing I love about Spike Lee, it's his use of orchestrals leading into a scene. Right? All of his orchestral sounds, he's always using strings to set the mood of a very important scene. I love that about Spike. There's little things like that. I'd be like, that's a Spike thing. And you know it when you hear it, right? Okay, let's go, brother, and spread the word of the nation, young brother. God damn it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go here. Does anybody watch Mobland on Paramount Plus? I did. I only watched it for Tom Hardy. I didn't care for it because, okay, so it has Tom Hardy, Helen Mirren, and Pierce Brosnan. Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, this old gangster couple, mob couple, and all this woman does is just talk shit. I mean, and embarrass and undermine her own. They spend the whole season undermining each other. Tom Hardy is like, he's non-bloodline, but he's a family. The Pierce Brosnan brings him in. He's his guy. He's not related to them, but he's like family. Pierce Brosnan, his character has all these kids, got the biracial girl, that's the bastard kid, and they're warring with these other families. And then season 2 ended when he made a deal to, I guess, save Pierce's character with another mob boss. I was just like, it's too much going on, man. It's good when Tom is in the scenes, but I'm just like, I don't know if I can watch another season of this shit. Has anyone seen this? Has anyone seen he's not Foundation, no. Has anyone seen Mobland? First season was dope. I think his brother gets killed or something. Some of his brothers, his nephew's a screw up. His nephew is the one that killed somebody, and they got to cover up his mess, and it's a whole shit show. So yeah, he got fired, man. Now I was hearing they were having issues between him and Helen Mirren behind the scenes, and they come on camera and say, no, he's great. I love Tom and I love Helen, blah 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 blah. But he got fired, man. So he got into it with the executive producers Jez Butterworth and 101 Studios. So I'm good. I'm good. If he's not in it, I'm not gonna watch this shit, man. You never seen it? First season is dope. I ain't gonna lie, the first season is good, but the dynamic between Pierce Brosnan's character and Helen Mirren, mind you, they're husband and wife, and all they do is spend time trying to undermine and backbite and backstab each other, which is the weirdest thing. And then when they go to family dinners, she's always talking crazy to him in front of everybody, and she's a horrible character. She's a horrible character. And when I mean by Helen does such a good job playing the character too, I don't like her. I don't like her character. Like I said, you want to talk about a feminist matriarchy led mob show? This is it. This is what if you want to see a feminist matriarchal mob show, this is it. I hate her character. I hate it. And then they both go to prison, and at the very end, she's talking to who I think it's Henry, whatever, and she's like, "Okay, I'm ready to leave prison now," and they break her out of prison. I'm good. Hey, listen, Helen Mirren, them young pictures, Paul. I came across some young pictures of Helen Mirren. That bitch was bad. Hey, wait, come on, let's go look. Wait, some of those she was naked. I gotta make sure it's gotta be safe. Hold up. Helen Mirren and as a young woman, listen. I don't think y'all understand. Helen Mirren in her youth. I don't think y'all understand right now. Nigga, man, stop playing, man. Make sure she ain't naked. That's her when she was young. Stop playing. A whole smoke show. Yes, a whole bunch of interracial, biracial babies. I wouldn't be mad. Oh, we having a little biracial baby? Oh, okay. Okay. It's just bad. She was bad. She was super bad. Please don't be naked. Okay, please don't be naked. There's a couple pictures that are out here where she's topless. But yeah, man, she smoke show. She's a whole smoke show. Yeah, you're not kicking her out of bed. Oh, you the white man's woman. And what that mean? None of that. We're not doing all that. You the white man's woman. No. We're not doing all that. Yeah, she was super fucking bad back in the day. Hey man, if white women start looking like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Did I cover all my topics? Okay, Betty Boop, Pedro. Okay, let's go here. I want to talk about the plight of Black Freemasons. The plight of Black Freemasons. They're getting their asses kicked down there in the South, man. I don't know what, I wish Forerunner was here, but I don't know what they're going to do. You know, let's go.
Come about.
Well, man, when I was in high school, I had a few teachers that was in that organization.
Okay.
And me trusting them and me learning about,
Get it.
if that makes sense, you know, and I was following them. Now, I also had family members that were in that particular organization. So that's okay, you know, now it's my turn.
Sure.
They were selling me real good on that. I was being sold real good on it.
Do you think that they knew, though? Do you think your family members and your teachers, you think they knew?
So, two of those teachers are actually deceased.
Okay.
So I don't want to really just say, hey, I don't want to just make up. I'm not going to actually lie. They're not here to talk about it, but in my heart, I think they did know.
Yeah.
Especially one teacher in particular that's deceased, because he joined this particular lodge being suspended from Prince Charles Stringer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
you hear that story time and time again. So, here's the thing. So men get in these organizations, and you don't know. You trust the people that talk to you about it. I mean, and I've said it before on this channel. I could have easily joined a bogus. I didn't know what questions to ask and not ask. And now in 2026, those that don't research, I don't really feel sorry for you, because there's a lot more information out, especially on this. So it's really fascinating that as an educated young man, the bogus groups, a lot of folks will say, oh, the bogus groups go after dum-dums that aren't paying attention. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so. And I've never thought that, because I think the bogus groups want, like we want as Masons, we want the best of the best. And they're just counting on someone to believe all the manure they're feeding us. Right? And good on you for investigating. Was there one particular thing that clicked that made you say, ooh, Stringer's it? Was there one particular event? Or was it a series of things that were popping up that said, I got to bounce?
Well, it was a lot of things. One thing was my particular lodge in that bogus organization. I felt like they weren't being as Masonic as they claimed to be. There was a situation where one of my cable toes at the time, who family had passed, like right in the middle of us, doing it. And they weren't compassionate like I felt like they should have been.
Wow.
I'm like, wait, he just lost his daughter and his wife.
Oh.
In a car accident. And of course, we talk about dues, we talk about the money, and instead of him giving the lodge money, we should be trying to come up with a situation for him, because he's not thinking about masonry at this moment,
and he shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly. I think we were doing our
Okay. Once again, this is not about you should not get down with Prince Halls or none of that. None of that. I guess the first question I would ask anybody, okay, what do you want out of this? What do you hope to achieve out of this? What are your long-term, short-term, future ambitions if you're invited in? And how far, how far do you want to take this? That's the first thing I would ask. And then I would say, if that person has that much talent in them, man, just go straight to the Scottish Rite, man. Try to get an invite from them. Like, circumvent all this BS if you can. I don't have the answer for guys in Corinthian situation, but Black Masons down south are having a very, 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 very rough go, especially in certain states, because in certain states, once again, the white counterparts are not recognizing them as free and accepted brothers. Like they don't have to, right? Even though, years ago they fought to go to court to say, no, these guys are clandestine and we ain't got to recognize them. Now they've walked that back. A lot of lodges in some southern states have walked it back, but you got a lot of those hardcore Southerners that's like, nah, we'll never accept them. They're always going to be clandestine to us. They'll never be equal to us. Yeah, we let you come in our lodge twice a year for fellowship, but that's about it. So I don't have an answer for the brothers down south, especially if you're in a state where their lodges are not going to accept you and welcome you. Yeah, I guess that's where the networking part comes in, but circumvent that shit, man, and go to the big dogs and get in where you fit in there. Make your bones that way. I don't know. I don't have the perfect answer for anybody in situations like that. Okay? All right, so I just want to cover that real quick. getting rough out here for these people. Okay, real quick. Where you at, Paul? Oh yeah, Floyd, man. Hey, man, listen. Nobody feels bad for Floyd. Nobody. Floyd spent 30 years reminding black people of how poor they are in his eyes. Once again, Floyd Mayweather has spent the last 3 decades reminding black people of how poor they are in his eyes. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should feel bad for Floyd Mayweather. You be a damn fool. Why do you feel bad for him? Why? Now, when I say for years, there's illusions of wealth, they'll never keep that money. It sounds good when they flash the big numbers. Oh, you're getting this much for a fight and this and that. Okay. Have you seen the check and the routing number and the account number hit the wire deposit? Do you have access to? Have you seen this shit go into somebody's account? Are you able to look at their checking and savings and see? Okay. The ugly secret is they have to request things to spend money on. That's an old trick they used to do. Now it's a little bit different. But back in the day when artists had like a few $100,000. They had to ask permission to spend lots of money. Anything over 50, 75 grand, they were like, okay, what is this for? If it was for dumb shit like watches and cars and hookers and shit, they'll give you access to it. But if it was like, oh, I want to start a school, or I want to do a co-op, or I want to fund a lobbyist, what? You don't want to do that. That's not gonna work. Hey, we got a guy for you. You can fund. We got a guy for you. You want to do that? Okay. You want to do some activism? We got a guy for you. And that's how they fleece you. They'll have you fund their people, not the people you want to do, right? So nobody, and I mean nobody, should feel bad for Floyd Mayweather. No. Hell no. That man spent 3 decades playing in y'all's faces like y'all ain't shit. Like how many more years of flossing do you need to do before you get it out of your system? At what point do you say, you know what, I'm pushing 50. I don't need to keep doing this shit. Even AI kind of cut back on the nigga shit after a while. Like, you're too old for this. You're too old. And then the guy that he's suing, he's worth more than. Who's the guy that he's suing? The Jew guy that he's suing. Jonah Reckness, right? This guy, let me make sure the numbers is right of how much he's worth. Nobody should feel sorry for this, for Floyd. Nobody. Because I sure as hell don't. Now let's go to ESPN. They got better articles. Okay. His former investment manager and real estate advisor defrauded him over multiple years. I've said this time and time again. They are patient. They play the long game. Alleges that Recknitz built a relationship with him over a number of years to gain his trust. He then allegedly used his advisory role to move Mayweather's money into accounts with Frist Apex Ventures. Recknitz, Frist Apex, and Alexander Selesgen, an attorney who handled the refinances of one of Mayweather's properties, are listed as defendants. The suit alleges a multitude of issues, including a $7.5 million wire for a 12-month investment on July 1st, 2024 to Frist Apex, where no investment was made and the initial money was never returned. Unauthorized allocations of Mayweather's money to Frist Apex, including $15 million in settlement proceeds from a realty company at Recknitz's direction. A separate loan with over $8.8 million of a $16.4 million loan on 4 of Mayweather's properties was sent to Frist Apex without explanation. Only $2.5 million was given to Mayweather Promotions. that 2.1 of an 8.2 million refinance of one of Mayweather's Las Vegas properties was sent to Fritz Apex at Recknitz's direction and without Mr. Mayweather's authorization. Recknitz diverted a $1 million deposit agreed to by Mayweather to buy a New York property in 2025 to pay a New York jeweler instead, and as a result, the property deal never closed. Recknitz pledged nearly $100 million in Mayweather's jewelry to two Miami-based jewelers for only $13 million. A substantial portion of the pledged jewelry remains with the jewelers. Jeez. The suit also claims Mayweather signed a bill of sale for his 96 Gulfstream 4 jet at Recknitz's suggestion with no purchaser listed. Mayweather alleges he does not know who bought the aircraft and that the money from the sale was also used for a Bugatti-related obligation and otherwise diverted to Fritz Apex with no money given to Mayweather. Fritz allegedly represented himself as a manager of Vada Properties, Mayweather's real investment firm, without being appointed. I don't feel bad for this dude. I don't feel bad for him. I don't. Why should you? Why? This man spent 3 decades in y'all's faces. He spent 3 decades in y'all's faces. Okay. Nope. I don't feel bad for this dude. I don't feel bad for this dude. Nope. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I'm hitting the 3-hour mark. Okay, cool. Hitting the 3-hour mark. Let's see, what is this? Okay, let's go here. Rolex and AI. Well, Sly, what does Rolex and AI have to do with anything? A whole lot. Rolex. Oh, let's see. Hold up. I'll explain. Let me tell you how bad it is, how good the clones are. The super clones for the watches, mainly the Rolexes. The super clones are so good that master jewelers cannot tell them from the real things unless they take the watch apart. So now Rolex, to counteract the flood of super clones coming in from China, are using AI to authenticate their watches because humans can't tell the difference. That's how good the super clones are. Okay? That's how good the super clones have become. Movements, escapements, hairsprings, dial markers, indices, bezel, bracelet. They cannot tell the real from the fake. They need AI to authenticate. And now what's happening is now jewelers are using AI authentication for the Rolexes with the papers, the official AI papers, to let the buyer know this is a real authenticated watch. Here's the AI papers to go with it. That's how bad it's gotten with the super clones. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. We can help authenticate and detect replicas on Legit app. Legit app is your fast and globally trusted authentication solution for Rolex products, powered by a great team of expert authenticators and cutting-edge AI technology. This is where we're at. This is where we're at, y'all. You can use this shit for shoes, bags, whatever. Okay? This is insane what we authenticate. Handbags, sneakers, clothing, shoes, jewelry, watches, streetwear, toys and figures, trading cards, cosmetic products, vintage t-shirts. Okay. This is what they're charging. Okay. This is what the starting price is. Okay. Let's see, there's another one. Okay. AI-powered watch identification. Instantly identify your luxury watch with AI. This is where we're going. This is where we're at with it, y'all. This is where we're at with it. Okay? Let's see. Let's see what a day date. Day date should go for $48.50. Come on, don't make me do that. I'm not logging in a great account. Okay, so as of right now, from what I remember, day dates in gold are going for around 50 grand, 48 grand, the low end. Everything else, you know, it is what it is. I just remember this off the head because that's, you know. Man, China's killing it, man. It's when it comes to the when it comes to being a culture vulture. Okay, so this guy had his watch authenticated via AI. Says, so I attempted to have it authenticate my Rolex. It spit out an impressive list of things to look at and compared each one to my image. Actually quite in depth, but I think it made an error reading it as fluted. I can't explain that. Okay. So his overall assessment, your watch shows all the hallmark visual traits of a genuine Rolex Oyster Perpetual, Datejust, precise text, proper magnification, sharp fluting, and high fidelity finishing that aligns with official specs. There are no obvious signs of a fake, like wavy printing, off-center dates, or cheap bezel work, which are common in counterfeits. It appears authentic based on these images. That said, for peace of mind, especially if purchased secondhand, I strongly recommend taking it to an authorized Rolex service center or certified watchmaker for full authentication. They can check the serial against Rolex database, inspect the movement, which sweeps smoothly on genuines, and verify under magnification. Okay. So here we go. I hope you won't rely on AI for authentication. It really just sucks, as is proved by its response, picking up Rolex marketing and using it as fact or feature when it's just spin for marketing purposes. That's a fair take. It's a fair take. Let's see. Ultimately, there will be specialized AI solutions for authentication using images, but they will not be LLMs. Entropy is an example for handbags and sneakers. I have no idea how good it is. This is the future, y'all. Okay? This is where we're at with it. Okay. In the world of horology, the allure of luxury watches is undeniable. Renowned brands have cultivated a legacy of precision, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. However, in recent years, a shadow industry has emerged alongside these prestigious names, the production of super clone watches. Once again, super clone is the top of the food chain as far as clones. You have your regular, schmegular, low-end clones. They're not even called clones. They're just called replicas at this point. And then you have mid-level replicas, and then you have the high-end shit. At that point, they're just called clones. They're super clones. Okay? All right. Let's see. Education and awareness are crucial in helping consumers make informed choices and fostering a deeper appreciation for the art of watchmaking. So it's important to note that super clone watches are also referred as one-to-one replica watches. Replica watches are manufactured in many quality grades. The best replica watches in the world are known as super clones or one-on-one replicas, many various terms that emphasize that the said replica watch is extraordinary and is scarily close to genuine, and we sell only that quality grade. Okay? The battle between luxury watchmakers and the counterfeit industry has long been an arms race, with so-called super clone factories in China now reaching levels of fidelity that can fool even seasoned collectors. Okay. Let's see. United States Gemological Institute, Robert James explores whether artificial intelligence can finally tip the scales back in favor of authenticators, and the results are nothing short of remarkable. Okay. Let's see. Enter computer vision and AI capable of dissecting an image in seconds and flagging anomalies invisible to the trained naked eye. To test the theory, the USGI team spent more than $2,000 acquiring a portfolio of high-grade super clones, a Rolex Submariner stainless steel, Submariner two-tone, Daytona Cosmograph, Patek Philippe Aquanaut, and a Breitling Navitimer chronograph. Each watch arrived in convincing packaging, complete with branded boxes and documentation. Okay. The team then submitted clear photographs of these watches to multiple AI platforms along with images of authentic counterparts, asking each system to determine which were genuine and which were fake. ChatGPT correctly identified every clone but stumbled on the genuine watches, returning conflicting verdicts roughly 30% of the time, enough to render it unreliable for the task. Google Gemini, by contrast, achieved a perfect score, correctly identifying every fake and every authentic watch across multiple blind tests. What's particularly compelling is the depth of Gemini's analysis. In one Breitling Navitimer test, the AI didn't merely flag the clone, it explained precisely why it was a fake. It accurately identified telltale signs such as a sub-dial spacing pushed too close to the center, softened bezel scalloping consistent with casting rather than machining, plastic-looking slide rule rings, and chronograph hands lacking the needle-thin precision of authentic Breitling components. According to the research, this wasn't pattern recognition, it was forensic-level reasoning grounded in horological knowledge. Okay? Okay, this is where we're at with it, y'all. This is where we're at with it.
Just answer my question. Oh, he's thinking. Wow. Can AI tell the difference between a real Rolex and a fake Rolex? Let's find out. I'm putting in the prompt. I'm going to send you a photo of a Rolex. Please tell me if it's real or fake. So this is a Rolex GMT Master 2, specifically the popular Batman model. Incorrect. Batgirl is what they called it, but it does say it was Jubilee bracelet. Now I'm going to give it a definitive prompt. Just answer my question. Is it real or fake? Based on the image alone, the watch appears to be real. Details such as the bezel, dial printing, cyclops magnification, and bracelet finishing are consistent. However, I cannot confirm 100% authenticity from a photo alone. A physical inspection by a certified Rolex penetrator, like Trilogy Jewelers, or authorized dealer is the only way to be certain. ChatGPT has done all right. Now let's send it the fake watch. Now this one. This second watch appears to be fake, based on several red flags. Wow. The date magnification is off. Genuine Rolex models typically have 2.5 times magnification. This one looks closer to 1.5 or less. Also, the distortion of the date under the magnifier is not clean. The Mercedes hand appears slightly misshapen and not sharp as well defined as on an authentic Rolex. So I guess ChatGPT has quite a good inkling between telling a real watch and a fake watch. But if you're in a hurry, you can upload there. But obviously, if you want to know 100%, even as ChatGPT recommended, you have to bring it down to an X.
Okay, that's where we're at. You know what? So they're gonna build more IMAX theaters. That's cool, but there's only like maybe 17 IMAX theaters in the US, and like only 4 of them are like legit IMAX. Let's go here. I'm not sold on IMAX, man. Like to me, it's just a money grab, you know? Okay, there is approximately 19 true IMAX theaters in the US. And I mean the real deal. There's only 19. Okay? There's 30 worldwide. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. How much more money could Sinners have made if Ryan Coogler didn't listen to Christopher Nolan and shoot Sinners in IMAX? Sinners could have made another $30 to $40 million easily if not shooting the thing in IMAX. For what? For what? So the movie theater industry is already in a state of flux. And you think building more IMAX theaters is going to help change that? You only have 19 in the States. There's 50 states. Do you know how many tens of thousands of IMAX theaters you would need? This is not viable. This is not viable. This is, to me, this is a waste of money. So we got, let me see, California, New York, Florida, Texas, and Georgia. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. This ain't worth it. I don't care about all that. Yeah, this ain't worth it. So you have 30 worldwide. There's only 30 worldwide. Not worth it. I can't rock with it, man. I can't. I mean, Dolby, Dolby is good. There's an XD. Oh, there's the other one. There's like 3 formats that are just as good. You're not gonna miss anything, man. You ain't missing shit. You're not missing anything. Okay, I mean, if you want to look at a theater that's 3 stories tall, just say you did it. Okay, have at it. I can't. I'm not sold on this shit. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid off that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Let's see what else I got. I got an hour to go. I ain't gonna make it. Let's go here. Trump phones, y'all. Trump phones. Trump is fleecing. Y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all not getting these Trump phones. Let's go.
I'm making this video to let you know that TrumpMobile.com is leaking customer information. And I know that because, sadly, I am one of those customers whose mailing address, email address, everything short of credit card number is being leaked via a security exploit that I'm not going to go into too much detail to explain, but it's not complicated. I mean, exactly how it works was explained to me. I'm not a computer expert, but even I can understand the mechanics of it, meaning it's very low-hanging fruit. Basically, this past weekend, I was reached out to among many other people who have Trump Mobile accounts to let us know that our identification was being served up. This was by somebody who said they had no interest in doxing me, but they just wanted to let me know that this was happening. This person had my order information, my mailing address. They had other people's information as well that they shared with me just to prove it was real. Of course, blurring out the actual address data. From what I can tell, the person who contacted me, they're just interested in getting this fixed. They contacted the Trump Mobile team. They didn't respond. After seeing this, I conferred with another famous YouTuber who's also a Trump Mobile, orderer. They were all...
That would be Asmongold. He's another one. We'll cover him. Let's go.
Also concerned, their information is on there. So we reached out also to the Trump Mobile team, thinking maybe, somebody with more kind of reach will hopefully be able to escalate this. We have received no response from the official team. So basically how we feel is there's a public interest in letting people know, do not order on TrumpMobile.com unless you're ready for your information to be leaked. It's basically that bad. And also raises concerns given that Trump Mobile is offering a cellular service. I don't know how much of a view they would have into people's browsing histories, call history, location data, but I would assume they keep some of that data. And if that is the case, I'd be very concerned given how much, or should I say, how little protection they give to your basic customer information, which should be obviously like under lock and key. Now, among other things that were discovered while realizing that, my address is out on TrumpMobile.com being served up to anyone who knows this security exploit, we also found out that the real number of customer orders is much lower than we thought previously. It had been reported that 600,000 people ordered the T1 phone. Turns out that number was basically made up from thin air, but actually looking at the customer, unique IDs, it looks like the real number of actual customers on this website was more like roughly 10,000 unique customers.
Jeez. Okay. So Trump is grifting the American people like I said he would. All right, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. So talk about Ray. I'm not talking about no goddamn Ray J, bro. I cannot lower myself to talk about Ray J. I got my knees only go down so far. Like what did Leonidas say? My knees, Xerxes. I can't get on my knees. Got a thigh in my quad. I can't. Ray J. I can't with Ray J. I hope he OD somewhere in an alley by himself with no one around him. I have nothing good to say about Ray J. I hope he OD somewhere in the back alley. That's it. I don't care for Ray J. He does not need to be here. Like he's a waste of breath. He's a waste of breath. I don't. Sorry, I just don't. I don't have it. I don't have it. This story here with the escalator, y'all. I'm gonna end it here with the escalator story. What is this, Kendrick? What is this? Oh, Okay, the situation with the young man that was found in the mat. Okay, so come to find out, the suspects are two brothers, Brian and Blake Bell. The story goes, two brothers, Brian and Blake Bell, beat him to death with a weight inside the weight room. He died from blunt force trauma. He didn't suffocate himself. Dad is FBI. It's not a military secret what happened. So Brian and Blake Bell. Brian. So this was, oh, this is crazy. Okay, is this?
Now, a Channel 2 Action News investigation into the mystery surrounding the death of a Valdosta teenager found in an upright gym mat at school. Two young men at the focus of the Kendrick Johnson controversy have declined to talk to investigators, a grand jury, and an on-camera interview until now. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live outside FBI headquarters in DeKalb County with these exclusive interviews. Mark?
And at last check, this case remained a focus of federal investigation. But we are outside the FBI's Atlanta field office because that is where we're told Agent Rick Bell was assigned, and both his sons are the subject of target letters from a federal prosecutor. And now we hear from them at last.
I'm going to ask my photographer to push in tight on your face.
Okay.
Our viewers can read your expression. Did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No. He was like one of my good friends.
All right, looking off to the right.
Even at the time of his death?
Even at the time of his death.
You know, every word we broadcast of this is going to be scrutinized by the blogosphere, the Twitter sphere, and so on.
Yes, sir. It should be. And I want everybody to know the truth. And I mean, they can ridicule me and they can say whatever they want, but in the end, the truth will prevail. And everybody will find that me and my brother have been innocent and always will be innocent.
We've just heard what family attorneys acknowledge. Sheriff's deputies, the GBI, and a federal grand jury have not heard. Brothers Brian and Brandon Bell answering questions, no holds barred, about the mysterious death of Kendrick Johnson in 2013.
He was the laughter of our house. He was the joy of our house. And he gives us strength to keep fighting.
The Lowndes County Sheriff says after a thorough investigation, his office agrees with the state medical examiner that Johnson's death was an accident due to positional asphyxia, that he wedged himself in a rolled-up gym mat trying to reach a shoe and could not get out. But Kendrick Johnson's mom takes issue with that.
Are you more convinced today than ever that KJ was the victim of foul play?
Yes.
And with some of what the Bells say.
No, they weren't friends.
And in a lawsuit, Johnson's parents allege a group, including the Bell brothers, sons of an FBI agent, violently assaulted their son, leading to his death.
None of the allegations that were made were without research.
But both Bells maintain they have rock-solid alibis.
Did you see Kendrick Johnson?
No, sir, not at any point during that day.
Where were you?
I was in class. First block, second block, third block, and fourth block.
Close to the gym?
No.
Did you see Kendrick that day?
Beat him.
I did not.
The suit suggests the brothers sought revenge for a brief fight between Brian and Kendrick on a team bus.
A year before, I mean,
what was
we're
that
still
about,
friends.
anyway?
So I can't even remember. I mean, it was so small to us, like it was ridiculous.
Your brother had a football scholarship offered to FSU.
Yes, sir, he did.
They pulled it back.
On signing day.
So how low did you get?
To the lowest you can go.
Letters from the Macon U.S. Attorney's Office suggest both Bells are targets of grand jury investigation. The letters suggest possible civil rights violations.
My objective is to only get justice for my son.
Have you prayed for the Johnsons?
Yes, sir. I have. I hope that they found justice, and I hope that they do find out the truth about their son.
I pray for the truth to come out about what happened to my son.
Now, there's lots more. These interviews were extensive. No lawyers present, no parents present. We plan to have a lot of all new excerpts coming up on Channel 2 Action News at 6, including both Bell brothers talking about federal search warrants executed at their residences in recent weeks and what searchers may have been after. For now, I'm live outside FBI Atlanta headquarters in DeKalb County. Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Okay, so they released the footage from inside the gym, but the footage was edited, of course. So here we go. Here we go.
With the video. The first camera captures images from the start of the day until 12:04 p.m. Then, nothing. It picks up again at 1:09 p.m. There's consistent surveillance from the second camera until 11:05 a.m. Then it stops and picks up again more than 2 hours later at 1:15 p.m. Wow. The third camera also drops at 11:05 a.m. It picks up again at 1:16 p.m. And from the final camera, there's surveillance until 12:04 p.m., no recording for more than an hour, then it picks up again at 1:09 p.m.
I would absolutely expect there to be some record of that act.
Is recorded with the video. The first camera...
Okay. So the footage was edited. That's nasty work, y'all. Oh, my God. 2013. I feel bad for that mother. That's terrible. Wait. Who's somebody? Okay. Magic, thank you for the 5. We have one of the best legit IMAX screens here in Indiana, which is the State Museum. But I like the Dolby one as well. It ain't what to me. I don't see the. You gotta. For you to convince me to spend, I don't know, $30 to $40 per ticket for IMAX. No. I mean, it's gotta be one of those once in a lifetime ass movies. Like, I don't know. Oppenheimer, I guess I could see Oppenheimer, like you spend the money for that. Some crazy ass action blockbuster, like a Transformers or some I don't know. For me, it's not enough bang for my buck. I just don't see the value in it. I don't. You don't have enough theaters to justify it. And then every week, movies are getting kicked out of the IMAX rotation and new ones are brought in. So what's the whole point? Like, Sinners could have made another $30 to $40 million had Ryan not listened to Ryan and said, no, I'm keeping my shit in regular ass theaters, Dolby Digital Premiere, and XD. We'll keep it at that. Don't worry about you can have the IMAX or whatever. Because the next week you're going to kick me out for another movie that's coming in, right? That's all they do is rotate in and out. I don't see the value in it. That's just me though. That's just me. Oh wait. No, you said Kyle Busch. Oh, yo, they did him dirty. I thought it was diverticulitis. I thought he had diverticulitis. Kyle Busch. He was only 41. That's terrible, y'all. That's terrible. He was only 41 years old. Matter of fact, let me find it. That's terrible. Oh, let's do the insurance settlement. How much did he win? So this ain't enough, y'all. I don't know, Paul. This ain't enough to kill him. $8 million? That's all he got was $8 million.
Hey, Samantha and I are at one of the major news stations here in New York City. And as many of you may have seen, we have a press release out that we are in litigation with Pacific Life in regards to IUL policies and insurance policies that are also retirement policies for planning for our future. And unfortunately, ours did not go well.
Yeah, as you'll hear when this broadcast comes out, it was a major scam. We tried to do what we thought was best for our family, for Brexton and Lennox. We were trying to be financially responsible for them and plan for our future. And little did we know that by investing money in this scam, it's all gone. And so the reason we came out here today is, as you guys know, who've followed us for a while, every time God puts a struggle in our path, we're going to try to use it for good. And so we're out here.
I can't see $8.5 million. This ain't enough money to get them up out of here. It's not enough money for them. I can't see it. So resolve an $8.5 million lawsuit. The Bushes alleged they paid over $10 million in premiums, but were misled by speculative projections and failed to be informed of the true risk and cost. Two parties reached a mutually acceptable settlement in early March 2026. Okay. The agreement is confidential. The exact payout amount was not publicly disclosed. The original claim was 8.5. So they got more than this. Now, how much more, we don't know. Now, if we're talking 20, 30, 40, 50 million, I could entertain that idea of him being taken out. But yo, he died a horrible death, y'all. He died a horrible. This man suffered. I don't know about y'all, but I thought he had diverticulitis. This man suffered in his last moments, y'all. He's coughing up blood and talking about take me to the hospital and shit. Oh no, this ain't it. Yo, this man suffered in his last moments. Yeah, I know Brock Lesnar has diverticulitis. Yeah, that's I knew a guy that had it. He was on a colostomy bag for a little bit.
The sudden death of NASCAR legend Kyle Busch as tributes pour in during one of the biggest racing weekends of the year. Busch's photo gracing the Jumbotron in North Carolina, where he was supposed to compete. The 41-year-old racing superstar died of pneumonia-induced sepsis, according to his family.
Shit.
Busch had complained of a substantial cough in recent weeks.
You can kind of still hear it. I'm still not great.
This 911 call obtained by NBC News revealing how dire his symptoms had become by Wednesday.
I've got an individual that's shortness of breath, coughing up some blood.
Busch's family announcing his death a day later.
Is this something that could have been prevented had the right treatments been administered sooner?
Potentially. So while in sepsis, earlier treatment is typically better, it's not always a guarantee that just because you treat it early, the patient will live.
In Busch's honor, the Indianapolis Speedway creating this tribute with plans to light the pylon during a lap at Sunday's Indy 500. Another driver on the track with his car tonight, now under the number 33, replacing Busch's iconic number 8, newly painted on the infield. Busch's team retiring his number, reserving it for his 11-year-old son Brexton until the day he gets behind the wheel for NASCAR.
Wow.
This heartwarming moment between father and son captured earlier this year by a fan. And NASCAR CEO Steve O'Donnell determined to continue with the Coca-Cola 600 tomorrow, where
that man was only 41 years old, y'all. Shit.
Sepsis is a life-threatening medical emergency set off by an overly aggressive immune system, and it affects more than 1.7 million people in the U.S. every year. If it's not treated fast enough, it could lead to death in mere hours or days. In fact, for every hour treatment is delayed, your risk of death increases by 4 to 9%. Here's how sepsis spreads. Your immune system works to fight off infections every single day. But if an infection gets out of hand, your body's immune system can become erratic and overly aggressive in an effort to stop the spread of infection. In that attempt to protect you, your body's immune cells dump certain chemicals into your bloodstream that cause widespread inflammation. Now, normally inflammation would be a good thing, but too much inflammation can damage your body's tissues and organs as it works its way through your entire body. If this isn't corrected, you can end up with dangerous drops in blood pressure, a widening of blood vessels, and the failure of major organs like your kidneys, lungs, heart, or brain. Symptoms of sepsis vary depending on the origin of the infection, how far inflammation has spread, and how much damage has been caused. If you have blood poisoning, you can develop a sepsis rash on your skin. But other common symptoms include fevers, shaking or chills, severe pain or discomfort, difficulty breathing, confusion or disorientation.
So sepsis is a disease that most people have never heard of. A better way to think about it is an overwhelming infection. So what sepsis is when you get an infection and then your body's response to that leads organs to start shutting down. It can be things as severe as you're unable to hold your blood pressure up, unable to breathe, or things that are relatively modest, problems with your kidney, problems with your liver. This entire package is sepsis, and it's an incredibly common disease. It's probably the most common cause of critical illness in the United States. at least on par with heart attacks, maybe even more common among older Americans. So we found that most older Americans with overwhelming infections suffer real brain and body problems for years afterwards. As a result, they place a real burden on their families and loved ones, and may even end up in nursing homes. So we need new treatments, not just for the infections, but in order to prevent this new disability afterwards. We found that a scary number of people had problems with their basic activities of daily living. So if you looked at the large group of people who had no limitations before they had sepsis, fully 40% of them had trouble walking after sepsis. Wow. At the same time, if you look at other activities like shopping, preparing a meal, paying your bills, again, substantial numbers of people developed new problems in these who didn't have it before. And indeed, almost 1 in 5 people who had no problems beforehand couldn't toilet themselves, couldn't wash themselves after severe sepsis. And these were problems that persisted for years afterwards.
Damn.
So I think there are 3 things physicians need to do. The first is do whatever we can to prevent patients from developing the infections that can lead to sepsis. Something as common as flu shots or excellent diabetes care are essential parts of that. The second piece is when patients come into the hospital, physicians need to make sure they get the truly excellent sepsis care that we're capable of, but don't always deliver. And at the same time, we need to prepare patients and families for the possibilities that they're going to face real disability afterwards. And we need to both inform them of this, but also get resources in place to help support them.
Wow.
In today's HealthCast, a warning about a life-threatening condition that is diagnosed every 20 seconds right here in the U.S.
Because it spreads quickly, sepsis ends up causing more deaths than prostate cancer, breast cancer.
Wait, can we appreciate that this woman clearly does not skip leg day? Just for a minute, just 1 minute, I ask fellas that we all take time to appreciate the separation in this woman's quads because she doesn't skip leg day. Okay, let's continue.
Cancer and AIDS combined. Our medical specialist Christy Kruger takes a closer look at how a simple cut or infection can quickly take a tragic turn.
I wanted to go over this file with you.
In her executive assistant role at Nova Southeastern University, Karen Reinford-Perez works closely with health professionals every day. Still, when she was diagnosed with a potentially deadly condition, she and her coworkers were shocked. It all began with what Karen thought was the stomach flu.
I'm not a complainer, and that's what we tend to do. You push through the symptoms of what you're feeling because it's going to get better, and it didn't get better, it got worse.
Karen went to the emergency room but quickly found herself in the ICU. The diagnosis, sepsis.
Sepsis essentially is something that happens as a result of infection that goes undiagnosed and untreated. And that's important to know because essentially it can happen to any of us. So this already...
Microbiologist Dr. Bindu Mai teaches health students about the signs of sepsis, which is the body's extreme response to common bacterial infections. The symptoms include shivering or fever, pain or discomfort, confusion, trouble breathing, and a high heart rate. Dr. Mai told me educating everyone about sepsis is now her passion. The condition took her twin sister's life after she was burned in a house fire.
She was so much better than I at everything. I couldn't quite comprehend why I would survive and she didn't. So I think it's essential for me to make my life mean something.
As for Karen, she knows how lucky she is to be alive.
I feel great. I got the treatment necessary and learned things about my body that I didn't know. And the thing I learned the most is that don't ignore the symptoms. It was scary.
Yeah, it really is scary. 1 out of every 3 patients who dies in the hospital has sepsis. Older adults and young children, as well as people with chronic health problems, are all at risk. But it can really happen to any of us. That's why you need to know your body and take any of these kinds.
Okay, good grief. All right, I'm gonna end it there, y'all. 3.5 hours. I tried for 4. I can't. I try to give y'all 4. I can only give you 3.5. So I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, man, good show, everybody. Thank y'all for coming through. It's gonna be a long week for me, but I'm here, so we'll make it do what it do. But thank you everybody for coming through as always, and yeah, man, y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all's Memorial Day. All the service members. Oh, wait. Last thing. Memorial Day was created by freed slaves to honor their fallen comrades, right? Let's look this thing up, Memorial Day, created by, former slaves. There we go. Let's go. Did y'all know? Who knew this? Let me find it. Because white folk be like, I'm like, okay, you got it. Let's go here. All right. The first Memorial Day was created on May 1st, 1865. By formerly enslaved Black Americans in Charleston, South Carolina. They organized the event to honor and properly rebury Union soldiers who had died in a Confederate prison camp, turning the tragedy of war into a celebrated tribute. Hundreds of Union prisoners died in squalor at a Confederate prison inside Charleston Racecourse. Their bodies were dumped into a mass grave. Weeks after the war ended, formerly enslaved black Americans exhumed the bodies to give them a dignified burial. They built a fence around the new cemetery and placed an archway inscribed with the words "Martyrs of the Racecourse." Wow. May 1st, 1865, a crowd of 10,000 people, mostly newly freed black Americans, gathered for a parade and ceremony. Their procession included 3,000 black school children carrying roses, black Union regiments, and local ministers. Wow. Who all knew that? Did you know that?
When the Confederates evacuated and the Union Army moved in, pretty much the white population of Charleston left, and the people who were left were the free people. In the midst of these ruins, the black folks of Charleston got themselves organized. They planned various little commemorations and celebrations. The biggest celebration, though, that they planned was at the Planters Racecourse, the horse track. In the last year of the war, the Confederates converted this racecourse into a prison for Union soldiers. And about 260 Union soldiers died of disease and exposure in the infield, in this open-air prison, and were buried in a mass grave behind the grandstand of the racetrack. And the black folks reinterred all the dead in proper graves. They named nearly none of them because there were no dog tags. And they built around it a huge fence, whitewashed it, and they built an archway into the compound. And over the archway, they painted the inscription, "Martyrs of the Racecourse." And then on May 1st, when they had this completed, they held a parade on the racetrack. Estimated at about 10,000 people by newspaper correspondents who witnessed it and covered it. It was led off by about 3,000 black children.
Okay, wait. So they're cooking Waka. Oh my God. I didn't know Waka was a Trump supporter. You support Trump and you post this. I'm confused, bro. Is you for our people or not? Wow. I didn't. Dang, Waka. They cooking your ass. Posting then while being a Trumper doesn't add up. But you voted for someone that wants this? Wow. Didn't you vote for Trump? I'm confused and support him. Wow. Okay, man. They cooking Waka in the comments, man. All right, I'm out of here. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I will do the same. We're gonna go see Obsession later on tonight. So, yeah. All right. With that being said, y'all have a good one. Oh, wait. Wait, my bad. Bray J, my bad. Oh, 5 just for going through. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. As always. Thank you. All right, now get your asses out of here. Peace.
Walking that bitch like, how the hell y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Ready to turn myself in down at the station. I made a killing today. Always gonna be money. Always gonna be hoes. Always gonna be something. The only thing you got is your word. I put that shit on my mama. No,